Hello, everybody. I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone, and we're going to begin with the kickoff that's going to be returned out to the 36-yard line. How's it going, everybody? I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone. The SEC 2-1 Missouri Tigers taking on the 3-0 ACC Boston College Eagles, and here is Connor Bazelak, 6'3", 212 pounds, the sophomore out of Dayton, Ohio. I'm here at Chestnut Hill, home of the Boston College Eagles. As they look to improve to 4-0, they are 1-0 at home this year. First and 10, low snap, they dump it over to the running back and getting a gain of 3. So Missouri is going right out of the gate to their running back, Tyler Beatty, and a pretty good completion off the screen, and it paid off for him. Now we have a second down and 7 coming up here. Here is a handoff taken to the right and brought down after a gain of 2. That was that was number 5 on the carry for Missouri. So we have a third down and about 6 coming up here. That was Mookie Cooper, the wide receiver, getting the carry there and brought down on the play by number 27 for Boston College's defense. And overall, it has been only gotten 6 yards, Missouri. Third down and 4. They dump it over the middle. That one is reeled in. And he's going to be brought down at the 43-yard line. That is going to be Downing with the catch, number 28. Nice little pump fake throwing down the middle. And BC gives up a first down on their first drive. Right now, Bazelak is 3 for 3 for 15 yards. In shotgun formation, Bazelak with the inside handoff, fakes it, and caught for the first down. Brought down on the play by Sangton. The catch is made by Dove. Dove for that one, no pun intended. Number 86 making the reception there. First and 10 for Missouri. Along with Moore and Kike Shislam, the 3 main receivers for Missouri. Trying to obble at the line is Bazelak. At the 47 of BC, this is a screen. It will be complete for a gain of 4 at most. Which is Litz. You look at Connor Bazelak. This season, he has 9 touchdowns to 1 pick compared to last year where in 10 games he had 7 touchdowns to 6 picks. Now under center, Bazelak will put a man in motion and they fake the inside handoff. They throw another screen. This one's going nowhere though. Oh, but he breaks off a tackle and gets 2. That is Beatty with the catch, and he made about a 3-yard loss into about a 2-yard gain. That's going to be third down and 5 here for Missouri. First time Missouri is playing at Chestnut Hill this afternoon. You got a good old SEC versus ACC matchup. The inside handoff on 3rd and 5, and they'll lose a yard. 5 red jerseys were there, and it looks like we're going to get a punt as Beatty went absolutely nowhere on that one. Inside handoff just stopped at the line of scrimmage, and now we will get a punt. The long snapper is Daniel Hathom, and the punter for Missouri is Minkus. And this punt is he gets run into, and there is a flag, and the punt is down at the 1. What a tremendous punt. There is a flag, and to my knowledge, it looks like it's going to be against Boston College for roughing the kicker. James Carter, our referee. And we'll repeat the fourth down. Yep, it is running into the kicker on BC. Take a look again here. Nice punt. It's down at the 1, but hitting the planting leg. That's not the proper thing to do, of course. You're going to get penalized for that 10 times out of 10. That's usually the way how that works. Can't hit the punter's planter foot. So now it's 4th and 1. BC has to be careful. They're going to call Jones, the defensive back, for the running into the kicker call. Now Missouri's going to go for it. Missouri is 2 for 4 on 4th down conversions this season. 4th and 1 on the opening drive at the BC 37. They are passing up a long field goal. The QB sneak didn't look like went far. And now a timeout is called by Missouri, and that was probably the smart idea to do because definitely wasn't the best QB sneak out there. So timeout is called. Missouri dodges a bullet. It looks like they'll replay the 4th and 1. And now we will head to commercial break. Currently heading into this game, Missouri has an 0-1 conference record. Boston has a 1-0 conference record. And during the commercial breaks, we'll keep you updated on all the other scores from today's college football action. SMU takes a 6-0 lead over TCU in the opening minute. Texas Tech will face Texas 0-0. That game ready to get underway. Mississippi State and LSU also scoreless. 6th-ranked Penn State beating Villanova 7-0. 2nd-ranked Georgia is currently tied with Vanderbilt at 0. West Army going up against Miami. That game is currently scoreless. Probably the best ranked matchup of the afternoon games. 12th-ranked Notre Dame going up against 18th-ranked Wisconsin. That's probably the must-watch game for the afternoon slate. That game currently scoreless. Boise State and Utah State scoreless. Bowling Green and Minnesota scoreless as well. We have Central Connecticut against the Miami Hurricanes. Ooh, I think Miami may win that one by 40. Central Connecticut, not the best state in the world. Miami's not ranked, but they're still pretty solid. Maine going up against Northern Illinois at 2:30. All these times are Eastern. Washington State going up against Utah. 9th-ranked Clemson going up against North Carolina. Illinois against Purdue at 3:30. Rutgers against 19th-ranked Michigan at 3:30. 5th-ranked Iowa going up against Colorado State. Wyoming and Connecticut. UTSA versus Memphis is at 3:30. Good ranked game at 3:30. It's probably the good middle afternoon game. 16th-ranked Arkansas hosting 7th-ranked Texas A&M. Louisville and Florida State at 3:30. Iowa State, 14th-ranked, going up against Baylor at 3:30. 4 o'clock, 23rd-ranked Auburn going up against Georgia State. UCLA, ranked 24th, going up against Samford at 6. Southern Texas at Rice, 6:30. Kentucky, Southern Carolina at 7. Now we're getting into the 7 games, and it looks like we will resume not yet. So, remember counting a few college games last year, and I remember the commercial breaks were crazy long. I won't be going over the upcoming matchups every break, but I will be going over the current scores every break because, again, I think college has at least like 2-minute commercial breaks at least, if not longer. So we're recapping all the scores. NHL preseason starting today. Today. It's not until 7, though, Canadians and Maple Leafs, so I won't give you any updates on that. But it is a 4th and 1, and Missouri will continue to go for it. They put a man in motion. Now trying to audible. Benzlik in shotgun. Will take the snap of the 38. under pressure, dumps it over, and it's reeled in down to the 34. Nice first round catch there for number 6. And very nice catch there for the first down. That is Chisholm with the reception. Able to get open. The ball wasn't the most accurately thrown ball by Basilic, but he's able to get the completion. He's right now 7 for 7 for 33 yards. Here's the outside handoff and a big run to the 20 and brought down at the 9. Nice little run there from Beatty, and Missouri off and running. And it'll be first and goal coming up here. BC, their defense, primarily solid. They got the shutout in the first game of the year and only allowed 7 in the second game. Give up 6 here. Touchdown. Missouri right out of the gate. A 9-yard touchdown from Benslick to Barrett Bainster. And that is 6 points for Missouri. They charged down the field. They converted the 4th and 1, and that's going to end the 10th play, 72-yard drive that went a little over 4.5 minutes. So Phil Jerkovic will have to ring the bell coming back out 7-0. BC will get the ball for the first time as they're trying to pull off the upset. Kick is up and good. The extra point. So 7-0 Missouri. 10:22 to go in the first quarter. That's Benster with the touchdown. Jack Samuel, currently the backup quarterback for Missouri. And then Dennis Grossell is for BC. But regardless, nice play by Benslick. Able to roll out to his right, throw a nice ball. Missouri State doing a nice job. They're 11 for 11 in red zone scoring this season. They have yet to been stopped in the red zone. They've at least scored a touchdown or a field goal. That is now the 10th passing touchdown for Benslick already. Again, to 1 interception, he has played sensational these first 3 weeks. So Missouri to kick it off. Boston to get a crack at it. Kickoff land back of the end zone for a touchback. And so here comes Phil Jerkovic, the junior, and he has played very well last season and played very well in the opening game of the season. Of course, he is inactive, so he will get Grossell. So Dennis Grossell, the senior out of Wembley, Ohio. So that's cool. We get back-to-back Ohio State QBs. He's 6'1", 221. Jerkovic, again, injured in that second game of the year. He is labeled inactive for today's game. Grossell on 1st and 10. He'll lob it up down the right sideline, and it's bobbled and picked. First throw of the game, and it's Robinson stepping in front of the intended receiver. This is what I mean. Boston College really needs Jerkovic back, as that was an underthrow by Grossell. He's just trying to air it out too far, it looks like. Pressure in his face. Grossell gets hit as the interception is thrown. So 7-0, 10:16 to go. Missouri off and running with a touchdown and a pick. That was Akil Byers. He was the player who hit Grossell the second he released as an interception. And I got to tell you one thing. Again, Phil Jerkovic has been a sensational quarterback the past 2 years based off of what we've seen. But Dennis Grossell, I don't know. He's not obviously as good. And again, he is a senior, so you would expect him to, I guess, make less mistakes as a veteran. Grossell on the year, that was now his second interception. He's thrown 2 touchdowns, only 302 yards, and he has a QB rating of 77.2. In 2019, Grossell threw 9 touchdowns to 3 picks, then 2020, 6 to 3, and then this year, now 2 touchdowns to 2 picks with 302 yards. That's very unfortunate. Obviously it hurts when you throw an interception to end a drive, but when you can't even get your foot off the ground, you're already down 7-0, and you throw a pick on your first throw, that's not great. Because now you're not giving your defense a rest. It seems like your defense was already gashed after that 4.5-minute drive. And so now Missouri looking to make quick work of Boston College, looking to go up 2-0. 2 straight scoring drives, rather. And go to 3-1 on the year. Boston would, of course, drop to 3-1 with a loss. TCU now up 7-6 over SMU. So SMU must have missed the extra point or something. TCU takes the lead. Texas over Texas Tech 7-0. Boise State still has a 3-0 lead over Utah State. LSU 7-0 over Mississippi State. Boy, is that program taking a nosedive since Joe Burrow was drafted by the Bengals. Penn State beating Villanova 7-0. Bowling Green against Minnesota, that game's scoreless. Georgia taking care of Vanderbilt 7-0 early first. Miami and Army State West. Army West winning that one 7-0. Wisconsin has a 3-0 lead over Notre Dame, and those are the only games on right now. Of course, Wisconsin and Notre Dame, probably the biggest game of the afternoon. I would say, at least out of the 12 o'clock game window, but I would say Wisconsin's winning, but honestly, well, I think Notre Dame will end up winning, though. But we shall see. I know the defense has looked impressive this year, but I know Ian Book was drafted by the Saints, but he had a pretty good running game last I checked as well. So Sean Robinson gets the interception, the senior out of Saginaw, Texas, 6'1", 223. Sean Robinson getting the interception, number 12, and on the bench getting a warm welcome from his coaches and fellow players, and what a remarkable interception that was. Off the tip drill as well. Able to get the pick. The opening run of the drive gets a yard for Beatty. 2nd down and 9 coming up here, and Basilick yet to throw an incompletion. He is 7 for 7 with a touchdown. Basilick now trying to audible. 2 receivers set to the right, 1 to the left. Audie will be put in motion. In shotgun. 4 seconds go on the play clock. And now they switch Bodie back to the left, and that's huge. Missouri has already called their 2nd timeout. Of course, timeouts, most coaches will say timeouts are more valuable in the second half than the first half, but still, I hate to waste them here. If you're Missouri, just like the NFL, you get 3 timeouts a half, and already 2 are gone. Tonight, Western Virginia going up against Oklahoma Sooners. 4th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners. That's tonight at 7:30. We're watching live on ESPN, and you can watch this game live on ESPN, at least if you're in the Boston region or Massachusetts region. Looks like they get out of the timeout. 2nd and 9 coming up here for Missouri. And Zlick will put a man in motion, split him out to the left, and the throw is reeled in. And that's a fumble. If it's a live ball, Boston has it at the 39, but the officials will rule incomplete. It was Benzlick's first incompletion, and it is 3rd and 9 coming up here. And trying to get off the route. It was good coverage, good swat by the corner, Densbury, and forced the incompletion. So it is 3rd and 9 now. And again, Missouri is 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions last drive. Let's see what they can do here. Trying to obble at the line as Benslick, running back, switches from the right to the left. 3 seconds going to play clock. Steps back. Benslick looks up, fires a deep one, and that's slightly overthrown. Incomplete. So BC forces a 3-and-out after the Grossel interception. Benslick throws back-to-back incompletions. 4th and 9, and we will see our second punt. Well, technically, first punt for Missouri was called back due to running in the kicker, and that's, of course, when they converted the 4th and 1. That punt was down at the 1-yard line, but that was a smart idea to, of course, decline the penalty and go forward instead of giving your opponent the ball at the 1. So here is a punt, no running into the kicker this time around. It will land at the 2, and it's going to be down at the 1. That is remarkable. Back-to-back punts down at the 1 for Hoffman. That is magnificent punting by Missouri. Like I said, the first punt didn't count, but they technically downed the first one at the 1 as well, and they downed that one at the 1 as well. So my goodness, that is incredible. A little scoring update. LSU takes the 7-0 lead over Mississippi State. That was Bodie with the touchdown. Wow, they down him at the 1. So here's Nez Grossel. Will he throw another interception? If he does, it'll basically be a death sentence if it's down inside the 10 here. Ball placed at the 1. And Grossel with an inside handoff and lowering the shoulder and getting 3 is the running back. That is Garrow the third. Of course, Trey Levy, the main running back for BC, the senior, was led the team in rushing yards in the past 3 years. Here's Pat Garlow the third, though. 5'8", 214, the sophomore. Second down, 8 for Grossel. Putting the tight end in motion. Grossel, another inside handoff. Oh no, he's going to keep it himself, and he'll pick up a yard. Picked up a yard on the QB scramble, brought down on the play by the linebacker, Devin Nicholson. And there's Zay Flowers, a junior receiver at Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He's 5'10", 177. I cannot wait for when he goes to the draft in a couple of years. I am dying to figure out what his 40-yard dash will be. One of the quickest receivers in all the ACC. Ranked 3rd best receiver in the ACC by most major college recruiting programs. Grossel gets his first completion to the 30 and brought down the 34-yard line. Surprise, surprise, it is Zay Flowers for the first down. And Zay Flowers finally bringing some life into this Eagles offense, only getting about 2 yards of total offense on their first 3 plays. Grossel finally completes a pass. He is now 1 for 2 with a rushing yard. And look at Zay Flowers. Nice little spin move before he's tripped up at around the 32 and he falls forward to the 34. So ball placed there. Actually, they'll place the ball at the 33. 1st and 10 for Boston College. The inside handoff, and here's Garlow breaking out a run. Garrow to midfield, to the 40, goes back to the 30, the 20. Garlow is in. Touchdown, Boston College. What a run. 67 yards rather. Pat Garrow the third, 67-yard scamper. Goes to the left, cuts back, or actually goes to the right, cuts back to the left. What a run. The sophomore. Tremendous stuff. Just able to outrun everyone and score a touchdown. That was a great run. All right, the extra point is good. It is 7-7. Of course, the kicker for BC is Litton. All right, that's our first trademark of the game. roughly the 23-30 minute mark. Garo with the 67-yard TD run. He just went to the right, cut back to the left, and off he went. That was such an amazing run. I mean, that's a big frame. He does have a big frame. I mean, like I said, Levy, heading into the year, looked like he was going to be the projected running back. But Garo, maybe they got some wings, some wishes in the wings here. He looks much bigger than his size. He's 5'8", 214. He's actually the second lightest running back on the team. Or third, rather. He's the third lightest. And it was looking pretty ugly at first, but Grossel, he finally got going, completed a pass to Flowers that brought him to the 33, and then off went Garo for the rushing touchdown. So now it is 7-7 after the extra point was, of course, good. I'll look back at that real quickly here. Flowers. So ball placed there. Actually, they'll place the ball at the 33. First and 10 for Boston College. The inside handoff, and here's Garlow breaking out a run. Garlow to midfield, to the 40, goes back to the 30, the 20. Garlow in. Is in. Nice. Okay. Good call. I can actually go back and listen to some of my calls because, again, college commercial breaks are way longer than regular NFL commercial breaks, which is nice. So I would like to say that I will be commentating a bit more frequently now. Don't worry about that. I know for the past few weeks all I've done is just commentate basically NFL. Well, tomorrow I will be commentating the NFL. It will be Buccaneers and Rams at 4:25 Eastern Time. Monday, if I commentate, which I actually do plan on doing so this week, it'll be Eagles and Cowboys. Tuesday, if I can commentate Tuesday, preseason hockey is back. And, of course, me as a Boston native, I want to commentate some Boston Bruins play. They'll be playing the Flyers Tuesday. So if I can commentate Tuesday, it will be Bruins-Flyers preseason. Wednesday, of course, you want to go subscribe to the Power Skate Show on YouTube for my weekly hockey podcast. And then Thursday will be Thursday Night Football, where my beloved Jacksonville Jaguars take on the Cincinnati Bengals. You can see me get frustrated because, honestly, that's probably going to be the only Jaguar game I'm going to want to commentate this year is when they have a chance of actually winning. Next Friday, I don't know if I'm commentating next Friday. Next Saturday, I plan on returning to doing Fletcher Sports Zone probably next Saturday. I usually kind of wanted to do BC this week because I was in the mood. But I think next Saturday when BC's on, I'll probably elect to do Fletcher Sports Zone again. I'll start at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Then, of course, the Sunday after that would be, Buccaneers and Patriots. That's right. Tom Brady's return to Gillette. Yep. I'll be doing Buccaneers and Patriots for sure. I may even do the full game for that. But to be determined. So here's the kickoff. One will land at the 3 and tripped up at the 21. So Missouri goes back out. So they scored a touchdown. Then they go 3 and out. Roslick started off the game without a completion on the opening drive. He threw back-to-back incompletions to end the last drive. And I feel like running the ball for both teams is going to be beneficial. And Zlick with the flip. A nice little run, and we'll get 9. Maybe depending on where they spot it, that is Beatty on the carry. Beatty. The leading rusher for Missouri so far. He has 3 rushes for 25 yards, averaging 8.3 a carry. That's pretty good. Ben Zlick's going to pump fake, and he underthrows Bodie. Ouch. Wide open. He pump faked, and then he threw it short. Oh, I mean, that's not good. That's not a good throw. That should have been a completion and at least a 6-yard plus gain for Missouri. Missouri's 1 for 3 on third downs. They've yet to convert one since their touchdown drive. 8 seconds to go on the play clock. Now the play clock stopped. They're 2 an hour ago. Now we're ready to go. Play clock set back to 25 seconds. 6:20 to go here in the opening quarter. 7-7. Inside handoff. They fake it. Off the play action. And to the 30, to the 40. And brought down at the 45. Nice play action throw. It is Chisholm on the reception. First down for Missouri. And again, that was some pretty nice play action work there. Fake it to your running back. Roll out to the right. See, that's what Ben Zlick likes to do most. He likes to roll out to the right and just get the easy completions. Nice play there. Zlick is 10 for 13 for 68 yards and a TD. Fake the inside handoff. Zlick going to throw off his back foot and incomplete. Boston College wanting an interception, but the refs aren't going to give it to him. So it is another second and 10 coming up. Only 2nd and 10. Put Chisholm in motion. Zlick dumps it over. That one's reeled in. And to the 43. Nice little catch and run there. And Missouri is off and run again. It is Bainster with the catch, his second reception. Of course, his last reception was the touchdown. Now 5:40 to go in the first. Missouri is back up and rolling. So 10. Flea flicker. Zlick going for the deep shot, and he has a man wide open at the 4. Nice reception by Dove. That's his second catch. And off the flea flicker, it goes for roughly 50. And now the Missouri's going no huddle. I think they're trying to catch Boston off sides here. They don't. Zlick just take the snap, inside handoff, and touchdown. Missouri powering in for the 4-yard touchdown run is Tyler Beatty. So 4-yard TD for Beatty. I didn't get the first touchdown. That's my apologize. But I'll write down the rest of the touchdowns in the live stream if you ever want to go back to any key moments from this game. That's basically what I do. I just write down the timeline for all the big plays. Put them in the chat. But yes, it is 14-7 now. So Missouri back in front after their 3-and-out on offense. Yeah, that was a nice flea flicker. They faked it to Beatty. He's going to throw deep and again wide open. At the 4-yard line was Dove, and then able to run in for the touchdown was Beatty, able to lower the shoulder and get the 4-yard touchdown. So it is now 14-7. BC still got to fight back from this hole, and there is 5:03 to go in the opening quarter. Beatty last season he had 242 yards with 4 touchdowns. This year already has 4 touchdowns and over 400 rushing yards. So already significantly better season in 4 games than he was the entirety of last season. So here's the kickoff. This one will land back to the end zone, touchback. So 1st and 10. We got a little studio update here. Georgia's already up 21-0 over Vanderbilt. Oh, make it 28 now. Oh, dear. Vanderbilt is getting absolutely bashed and banged around by Georgia, as you'd expect. They are the number 2 team in the country, so you kind of expect that, but still. All right, 5:03 to go in the first. 1st and 10. Put Flowers in motion. Fake the handoff. Grossel fires over the middle, and that's going to be a gain of 13. Pass is reeled in by Gill for the first down. So they keep the drive going here. Gill, who is the junior, another Ohio State player there. He was questionable heading into this game, but he got the good to go from the doctors last second, and he's playing. He makes his first catch for, again, 13 yards and a first down for Grossel. Here's the outside handoff, and another huge run from Garlow. This one brought down inside the 45-yard line. Garlow's having some great runs this afternoon. Look at this, bouncing out to the left. And again, despite having a pretty small frame, he seems like he'd be a good power back. Already his A6 rushing yards. Majority coming off that touchdown. But yeah, 28.7 yards a carry. I'd like to have a word with you. It's incredible. Grossel put the tight end in motion twice. Now takes the snap, and off goes. Going up the middle, Garrow. Dive for the first, and they're going to mark him 2nd and 1, and now Garrow will head off. Look at the Boston College starting offensive line. We have Tyler Frabel, left tackle, Zion Johnson, the left guard, Alec Lidstrom, the center, Christian Mahogi, the right guard, and Ben Petrula, the right tackle. Tyler Frabel, I'm pretty confident that's Mike Frabel's son, so the more you know there. 2nd and 1, inside handoff, and look at this run. Busting free to the left side and out of bounds at the 17. That's a huge run. That is by Sinkfield. Spreading the wealth, and it's working for BC. And another nice run. Cut back to the left, and a nice little run there. Lowers the shoulder before being driven out of bounds. Anyway, it's 1st and 10. Grossel will be put in motion. Grossel. Inside handoff. And a gain of 2. And again, getting the carry there is Sinkfield. We 2nd down 8 coming up as we approach 2.5 to go in this quarter. Second down 8. Flowers put in motion. Fake it. Grossel almost walks into a sack and dumps it over to Flowers, and he's brought down to 12. So it's going to be about 3rd and 4 coming up here for PC. Grossel almost ran right into a sack off the play action. Luckily for his sake, he didn't. Again, we're jerking back out and Grossel in. That means the freshman, Braden, he is right now the backup for BC. Currently 6 plays, 63 yards, 3.5 minutes to current BC drive. But yeah, we'll get to see the freshman Brayton if anything has happened to Grossel. I apologize if I call him Grossel. It's Grossel. But I think I say Grossel because I think there's just an easier way to pronounce it in my head. Hand up goes, and bouncing off a couple of tackles. Look at this. It's going to be 4th and 1. Levy gets his first carry. And it is 4th and 1. I think it is must-go territory here for BC. You don't want to fall down so behind. And, yep, they are going to go for it. Grossell on the QB sneak, and it looked like he got it. First rushing yards of the second rush for Grossell. And it looks like he got the first. And he did. So drive stays alive. 1st and goal at the 7. Good QB rush there. You got 2 carries for 2 yards. That run much more effective than the first. Flowers will bounce out to the left along with another receiver. I'll put Flowers in motion. They fake the end around and they'll hand off. Being brought down at the 7-yard line after a 1-yard run will be Garl. Trying to get his second touchdown. He's got to be knocking on the door for 100 yards already. Second and goal coming up, and we will take us to the end of the first. So it is 14-7 Missouri, but Boston College essentially has 3 more downs to get in the end zone for the score. BC trailing, but they're in the red zone, 14-7 at the conclusion of the first quarter. All right, so commercial break. Let's take a look at some of the other scores. MLB games aren't starting for a bit. I'll go over the MLB games probably around halftime. Probably halftime's when I'll recap sports news, actually. I'm going to be recapping sports news from basically the past week, kind of like how Fletcher Sports Zone is. It's just there was kind of another reason why I elected to do this over Fletcher Sports Zone this week, because I'm going to be real with you. There was not a lot of news at all this week. Like, when the biggest news of the week, I mean, it was Kaprizov getting re-signed and the Timberwolves parting way with the president, but like Taco Charlton, like Robert Thomas. Obviously, the Rays and White Sox clinched playoff spots. That was pretty good. Got an update on Christian McCaffrey's injury from the Thursday night football game. Like, that really wasn't like the stuff that happened this week was like pretty important stuff, but like at the same time, it wasn't really the biggest week of sports news, and that's why I'm kind of hoping that next week there'll be at least a little bit more. So update. I know I haven't done Fletcher Sports Zone 3 weeks. I'm well aware of that. I've been busy the past 3 Saturdays. Well, I've been busy the past 2. I was on vacation the previous week, and I was not really on vacation, but I had something planned with my family like a month in advance last Saturday. This Saturday, though, I was like, I'm free, but I'm like, no, there isn't a lot of news, and in case, I'll probably be doing a little bit more college football now, so I figured, you know what, well, I have a Saturday that's free, and there wasn't a lot of news to cover. I figured I'd do a college broadcast, and obviously, the only 2 schools you're really going to see me commentate is Boston College and the Florida Gators, because those are my 2 college teams. The rest of them, I mean, I just got to be real with you guys. I just don't pay. I like college sports, but I just pay much more attention to professional sports. It'd be much easier to commentate. Like, obviously, you probably see me, like, whenever a Missouri player makes a play, like, I'm always, like, referring to my roster, like, obviously enjoy watching college sports, but not as much as the professionals. I'm going to be commentating professional sports more. I will still be filming Fletcher Sports Zone over quite a bit of college games. Like, unless there's a huge game on or just, like, I'm just in the mood to commentate a college game, I don't know how often you're going to see them. Well, like next week, I'm trying to look up next week's college schedule. I don't know, maybe next Friday I'll commentate another college game. If I go on next Friday, it'll be Iowa versus Maryland. We'll see. We will see. Also, of course, really into NASCAR. Now that the NFL is back, I don't really see me commentating NASCAR, so maybe I'll leave a NASCAR broadcast for a Friday night truck race if they got the truck race on Friday night. I got ideas. There's Frank Singetti, the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach for BC. So it's 2nd and goal, ball placed at the 7. And I do apologize if you hear my cat meowing upstairs. Here's a 2nd and goal. Rossell, the play action, throws, touchdown for Williams, and BC is within an extra point of a tie. Jaden Williams on the 7-yard touchdown reception. 3rd passing touchdown in the air for Rossell. And we are now an extra point away from a tie, like I mentioned, and plays 75 yards, just over 5 minutes. The scoring drive for the Eagles. And the extra point is good. Put down that, whoops. $45-55. Russell TD to Williams. There we go. And I'll delete that one. All right. Yeah, nice touchdown by Williams again. That's what I kind of like about college a little bit. All you have to do is get one foot down. It's a catch. Okay. So Jaden Williams gets the touchdown. 14 all. 14 apiece. So not bad to kick off the second quarter if you're BC. 14 all. And now we will get a touchback. I mean, a high-scoring one. BC doesn't score. They usually aren't in a lot of high-scoring games. That's why I'm like, especially with Grossell, I'm like, maybe it's just the play of Jerkovic. I know Grossell is more of like a gunslinger type QB. Jerkovic is more of just an inch-by-inch score. He reminds me a lot like Mac Jones. Maybe not like top recruit talent-wise, but like it reminds me a lot similar gameplay. They just take it, just dump it off to the running back, slant, check down, slant, curl, slant, check down, 2-yard run, slant. It's like, oh my goodness. I like the way Grossell plays. He's more willing to throw deep. I like how Benzik's playing as well. He's not. I don't know. I mean, I would say he's playing better than Grossell because of he hasn't thrown a pick yet. He's 13 for 17, 129 at TD without a turnover. He's playing pretty good too. He's playing safe. Again, he hasn't really tried to throw a deep ball other than the flea flicker, which was completed for about 50. Is the inside handoff and wrapped up after a yard. Run was by Tyler Batty, as per usual. The main back for this Missouri team, getting a yard off the inside handoff, brought down on the play. Number 11 for BC, getting the tackle. He made a few tackles so far. I'm trying to get his name. Is he really not on my roster? Oh, he is. Silla, defensive end. He's mainly playing linebacker, which is weird. Flag is down on the 2nd and 9 run. That's another yard for Beatty if they count it. Okay. So 2nd down and 19, they're going to penalize for holding number 76. Let's see what it was. 2nd and 9, though. The pass is complete, and it'll be 3rd down. And 15. So he gets 4. Boston College 1 for 2 on 3rd downs. However, Missouri 2 for 4. Both teams at 50% rate. For Missouri, that will change here. We have a 3rd down and extremely long. BC trying to force the second Tigers punt. And inside handoff, yep, that didn't go anywhere. So with the tackle, along with number 27 of Boston College, that is 27. I'll look through here. That is Arnold combining on the tackles. So not the best run in the world for Beatty, and it'll be 4th and 9. We will see our second punt by Grant McInnes. All right. I like this McInnes guy. We share the same first name. I like this guy. Oh, and he delivers a good punt as well. Back at the 18. What special teams coverage by Missouri. Brought down immediately was Levy. What a tackle by Cardwell. That was a tremendous tackle right away. Jaden Charles? Or was that someone else? It might actually been Jaden Charles. Yeah, it must have been. It was Jaden Charles with the tackle because there's no other one on my roster other than Beatty. So, excuse me, it was Charles with the tackle. Try to read the name off the jersey, but it looked like it was like a Codwell or something, but Jalen Charles, good tackle. Hits like that will get you recognized by NFL recruits. That's for certain. Now in commercial break. That's been meowing for the past 10 minutes again. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I hope you can't, but if you do, there's nothing I can really do about that. He has food. I don't know. I gave him food this morning, so he ain't out of food. All right, TCU up 21-14 over SMU. Texas eating Texas Tech 14-7. Boise State beating Utah State 10-0. LSU beating Mississippi State 7-0. Penn State beating Villanova 14-3. Minnesota beating Bowling Green 3-0. Georgia up 35-0 over Vanderbilt. Yeah, I can't probably end up being 80-0. Army West beating Miami 14-3. Wisconsin beating Notre Dame 3-0. That's a bit low scoring. And Miami now has a 14-zip lead over Central Connecticut. Villanova's 1-2 on the year, but I feel like Villanova gets destroyed constantly. Every single game they get destroyed. And Georgia has the ball now. It's so weird to obviously you try to not run up the score. In college you run up the score, but you run up the score more than you would in the NFL. But at the same time, it's it's you could really make it 90-0, but most teams stop at around 50 or 60. And then they kind of stop. It's it's already 35-0. Like, you already know a team like Vanderbilt's not coming back against Georgia. I like games like this where it's evenly matched. 3-0 versus 2-1. With 12:03 to go in the second, BC with their fourth drive and lowering the shoulder to 20. Good tackle. That was a run by Garo, who I would imagine is over the 100-yard mark at this point. If not, he's definitely somewhere in the 90s. He's been in the 90s for quite a while, if that's the case. Hey, he had that one touchdown run. He's done what he needed to do. Obviously, keep on plugging away for the final 49 minutes here, but or no, 39, but still. Russell, under immediate duress, throws an incompletion towards Gill. 3rd and 7, and Grosso got popped at the end of that one. He's back up. Grosso, by the way, played the last game of the season for BC against Virginia Tech. He threw for over 500 yards, but he also threw like 3 interceptions. So kind of one hand washes the other. You're going to throw a lot of yards the more you throw, but they also bigger chance you're going to have of throwing interceptions, and that was the case there. I remember Virginia Tech won that game, and I remember commentating it on not YouTube but another website, and I was not happy with that. He was a throwing complete 3rd and 7, so BC goes 3-0. That's a little bit surprising. I wasn't really expecting them to go 3-0. The intended receiver was number 3, which is the tight end Barry, who they recruited from Jacksonville State. So 4th and 7, here is the punt. I believe the second BC punt of the game, maybe first. I think it's the second, though. This punt's going to land at around the 27, and the return will go to the 32. Okay. All right, we're in commercial break. So 20-7, Texas over Texas Tech. 20-0. Maybe over Central Connecticut now. You get to the end of the games. I don't think I got to the end of the schedule. I think I left off at, where did I leave off? Kentucky against South Carolina. That was the last game I mentioned. So again, this is now the 7 o'clock games. Nebraska going up against 20th ranked Michigan State. Navy against Houston. 11th ranked Florida going up against Tennessee. I already mentioned 4th ranked Oklahoma against West Virginia. 10th ranked Ohio State going up against Akron. 1st ranked Alabama going up against Southern Miss. 7:30. 8 o'clock Indiana against Western Kentucky. Florida Atlantic against the Air Force. 9:30 California Washington. 10:15 South Florida versus 15th ranked BYU. 10:30 3rd ranked Oregon going up against Arizona. 10:30 we also have Colorado against Arizona State, and then Oregon State against USC. Next week's Thursday matchup, Virginia against Miami, and then next Friday is both Iowa and Maryland, and then BYU and Utah State. like I said, if I'm going to commentate next week, it'll probably be Iowa versus Maryland, or maybe not. I shouldn't say that. There'll be preseason hockey on by that point, so I don't know. Then we have one soccer game on right now, and there was two earlier. 1-0 Manchester City over Chelsea, and Manchester City and Burnley tied at 2, and then currently Liverpool and Brentford tied at 1 in the 31st minute. Elijah Drinkwartz, the head coach for Missouri, and Jeff Hafley, the second-year head coach for Boston College. So we'll start off this drive. The 32, or Benzlick. Here is the snap and the handoff to the 35. By run from Bodie. From Batty. Why I'm saying Bodie. Batty. Gets 3. They fake it. Benzlick will throw it over to Batty, and he will step out of bounds. I'll give him about 20 receiving yards. Up his total to about 50 total. And it looks like it is going to be a third down, or a first down, rather, here for Missouri. And the handoff goes. Bodie up the middle, and he'll get a gain of 3. There's a throw over to the left and breaking off a tackle and getting the first down. Needed 7, got 9, and then the ball came out. Oh, this is interesting. Chisholm made the catch, and then it came out, but they're going to signal Missouri ball. Oh, man. Let's take a look again here on the replay. Caught. Does the ball come out before his knee touches the ground? It's punched out. Oh, but the player who touched it for BC swatted out of bounds. UK Chisholm has 3 receptions for 31 yards and avoids the fumble. That was close, though. Here's the throw and a gain of 1. BC doing a nice job covering up the short passes thus far. All right. So now it'll be 2nd down 9. Second down and 9. Snap. Dumps it over. Tipped at the line and incomplete. So 3rd and 9 coming up. Okay. Take a look again here. I mean, just trying to throw the screen, and it was a good swat. Making easy work of the swat was number 8 there for BC, which is Muse, defensive back, getting in the way. Now, Baszler, he's 2 for 3. Both catches on 3rd downs, and both of those completions were for 1st downs for 26. And make that 3 for 4 on 3rd down. Needed 9, got 10. A 1st down for Missouri. able to dump it over to the right, and it was a nice catch by Chance Looper for the first down. I believe that's the fifth or six different target Basilek has connected with thus far. Here's the snap. Fakes it. Basilek pumps. Basilek dances in the pocket, rolls out, fires down the middle, and that's going to be a gain of 16. Basilek waited. He could have drank an entire cup of coffee. No one was pressuring him. Everyone just dropped back into coverage. Boston College didn't even bother to chase after the QB. And now it's 1st and 10 for Missouri. And we have a timeout called against Boston. So Missouri looking to capitalize after the BC punt. They've gone on a pretty long drive. Already 7.5 remaining in this second quarter. Let's take a look at the studio update here. Texas Tech, Patrick Mahomes College. Really wouldn't be proud of that throw. Easy read for Texas. That put them up 28-7. Missouri had Drew Lock before 2019. Of course, he would go on to get drafted by the Broncos in the second round of that draft. And then way back when, the Boston College Eagles had Matt Ryan. Of course, he declared for the draft in 2007, and they really haven't found the QB since. I mean, Jurkovic's been, based off of his limited playing time, I would say he's already a top 3 QB since the Ryan era. BC hasn't really found a stable QB. They've had a lot of good QBs like Doug Flutie, Matt Hasselbeck. So he was a little underround. And, of course, Matt Ryan. But they haven't really done much other than that QB-wise, and that is a loss of 1. And while I'm at it, that was young on the end around. And while I'm at it, why not wish a happy 46th birthday to Matt Hasselbeck, again, former Boston College Eagles QB. Of course, going to get drafted by the Packers, but didn't do much until he went with the Seahawks. But also going to play with the Titans and the Colts before retiring in 2016. So, wish the Massachusetts native Matt Hasselbeck a happy 46th birthday. As it's 2nd and 10 here off the end around, and it's caught, and a gain of 3. That's a helmet-to-helmet hit. Oh, no. Getting up, but shaken up. That looked like a dangerous hit. Making the catch was Dominic Levitt, and his helmet popped off, and it looked like that was much scarier than what it actually was. He's up and walking around now. Oh boy, that was a pretty scary moment there. Yeah, it's definitely going to be helmet to helmet. Gonna call it on, targeting. That's what they call it in the collegiate level. They're gonna call the linebacker Mobley, number 19, and oh my goodness, the receiver gave himself up a whole 3 seconds before the hit. I mean, that is an ejection-worthy hit, if you want my personal opinion. That is ejection-worthy. The receiver's on the ground. The helmet came off and everything. And again, I thought it was going to be much more scarier than it actually was. That is one of the more blatant targeting penalties you're ever going to see. Oof, that is ejection worthy. Not a good hit by Mobley at all. think they could be thinking about an ejection here. And they don't give it to him. It's 1st and goal. Here's the targeting rule. Dangerous hit involving a launch, upward thrust, or severe strike equals a 15-yard penalty. If the player isn't eligible for the rest of the game, at least one of the following will occur. Basically, an ejection or a hefty fine. So Mobley stays in the game, but does get the 15-yard penalty. And again, that was an egregious helmet-to-helmet hit. Here comes the 11th play of the drive for Missouri. 1st and goal, ball placed inside it's midway on the 7 and 8 yard line. So basically, they would call it a 7-yard touchdown if they were to score here. Here is the inside handoff, and PC saying, "I don't think so, Grant. You better hush." Mobley making up for his previous mistake. Getting the tackle, and that's going to be at least of a loss of 3, if not more. Good tackle. Beatty just tried to roll out to the right and was just absolutely slammed shut. Great tackle there. It's 2nd and goal. 6 minutes to go now in the second. And Body gets the handoff and only gets a yard. It's 3rd and goal, and now they'll most likely throw. Yeah, Mobley with a good tackle. Isaiah Graham Mobley, the senior, 6'1", 230 at Pennsylvania. BC trying to make a stop here. It is 3rd and goal. 13th play of the drive, trying to hold him to a field goal. Empty backfield set. Low snap, throwing, quick slant, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Incomplete, good coverage the whole way. That was by Jones. It's 4th and goal. Baszlik throws another incompletion, and we will see a field goal attempt. I would be heavily shocked if Missouri goes for it here, and they honestly shouldn't. Jones applied the pressure, and it was the Jones on defensive line got the QB pressure. The Jones in the secondary batted away the pass. Here's a 28-yard field goal to give Missouri their 3rd lead of the game. Good snap, good hold from the left hash, and it just sneaks in there. 17-14, Missouri. Boston College does their job. They bend, but they don't break. Mevis, number 92, makes the kick. And it is now 17-14. Missouri in front, but Boston College has responded every time Missouri has scored. Will that continue? We'll find out. We are in commercial break. All right, I'm just quickly checking while it's a commercial break if there's any news I can inform anyone on, of course. Go follow Fletcher Sports Zone on Instagram for daily sports news. You will not be disappointed. I may not be the first to post it, but I certainly won't be the last. That should be my motto. I mean, I obviously say, like, oh, daily sports news, like, that's my motto, but that should be my motto. I'm never the first, but I'm never the last. That should be my motto. That would be hysterical if that was my motto. It's not. Thank God it's not. But that would be hysterical if it was. All right, if it's still in commercial break, I'll probably be in commercial break for another minute. Okay. Let's take a look here. Is there any score update? Well, there probably is. Coastal Carolina has a 6-0 lead over UMass. UMass lost to Boston College in week 2. That was also the game where Drikovic got injured. Pain. But, that was a game Drikovic got injured. Gossel's 1-0, though, and he's played well today other than the interception. And Notre Dame finally ties up against Wisconsin. That game is even at 3. Of course, Monday Night Football this Monday, obviously. Eagles and Cowboys get NFC East matchup there. Winner could take the division lead depending on what happens with the Washington football team tomorrow. Make sure you go tune into that. Again, if I do commentate Monday, that will be the game. And next Thursday, though, that's the football game I'm looking forward to. Next Thursday, I get to see my annual Jaguars lose on Thursday Night Football because they always lose. Other than 2015 and 2019, they always lose on Thursday Night Football. But you know what? You got to get excited. I'm a Jaguars fan, so I'm going to get excited, even though they're, of course, 0-2, going to be 0-3. They don't stand a chance against the Cardinals tomorrow, but you know what, man? I'm still a fan, and although, yes, they do drive me crazy and they are horrible, I'm still going to love them no matter what. So, Jaguars and Bengals, I'll be next Thursday, and yeah. It'll be fun. Maybe I'll wear a Jaguars jersey. We'll see. Here's a Flowers off the pitch, and he lost a yard, and it looked like Flowers got hit hard on his left leg. Second down and 11 coming up as we are now under 5 minutes to go in the opening half. It was Manuel with the tackle, number 3, the safety, getting in there for Missouri, making the play. Now you have Grossell in shotgun. Second down and 11. They'll put Barry in motion. Barry hasn't had a singular catch in this game. He looked like he got open, though. Grossell rolling out to the right, throwing on the run. It is Barry. And a gain of 10. Look at that. A little mini announcer jinx for you. Barry making the play, and it's 3rd and 1. I said he hasn't made a play, but he'll probably make one soon. And what does he do? Gets wide open and a nice little curl route there. You don't see many tight ends run that type of, well, it was more of a post route. You don't really see many tight ends run that, but it is 3rd and 1. Boston 1 for 3 on 3rd downs. Missouri, on the other hand, 3 for 7. Russell will put Gill in motion. And here's the inside handoff up the middle, and that's going to be close. I don't think he got it. That is stout run defense by Missouri. Trying to run up the middle with Sinkfield. And, yeah, looked like he's going to be, by a half inch. Short by literal inches. And now one official signals first down. So it's going to be a first down. That's unreal. It didn't look like he got it. But one official signaled first down. Okay, well, first down for BC. And here's the handoff. And bouncing over to the left. And Sinkfield with another nice run. Sinkfield, rather. Getting a gain of 3 before he's brought down by Emmanuel again. So Emmanuel gets his second tackle to drive. Well, that's interesting. It looked like it was going to be 4th and inches, but one official signaled first down, and they gave it to him. So now Sinkfield has 4 rushes for 25 yards off back-to-back carries. And his 2nd and 6, BC driving to the 39. 130 rushing yards for BC compared to Missouri's 37. Goodness. Here is a pitch and a loss of 2. Going absolutely nowhere there. That was Aldridge making the tackle. Trying to see the running back for BC. It looked like it was Garo we'll get to see here, and it's actually Coleman. So Coleman, the 187-pound freshman, getting his first carry. And he lost 3 yards, so 3rd down and 8. That's why he's a freshman. Rossell steps up, throws wide open. Lewis to the 30, and Missouri tries to strip him of the ball, but it is caught for the first down. Missouri tried to pop the ball out of the hands. Couldn't do it. Nice play action throw. Rossell finally getting on rhythm this drive. He got Lewis. And that one went for about 25 yards. Again, almost punched out the last second by number 26 of Missouri. But luckily, that wasn't the case. First and 10. They're well inside field goal range. And the run will go up the middle and a gain of 3. And now Lewis and Collins push and shove each other on the side of the play. It will be 2nd down coming up, as that was a gain of 3 for Sinkfield. Well, they had Garrow playing the majority of the first quarter. Now they've had Sinkfield play the majority of the second half of the second quarter here. Down to the final minute. That's what I do like about college. There is no 2-minute warnings. Grossell steps back, guns it, and that was a dropped interception. Ouch. Should have had it was Robinson. That would have been his second pick of the game. Of course, he picked off Grossell on the first throw of the game. Grossell sharpened up since. That was his worst throw since that INT. And oh boy, the dropped interception. That would have definitely switched the momentum of this one. Of course, BC well inside field goal range. They're not afraid to take the tie right here if they can't get in the end zone. Rossell on 3rd downs. He's 2 for 3 for 65 yards. It is 3rd down 7. But yeah, I mean, that should have definitely been a pick on Missouri's part. Put Flowers in motion. Grossell steps back under immediate duress, and down he goes at the 33. It is Aldridge applying the pressure. It is Manuel getting the sack. And now we are in long field goal range territory. Of course, Linton is the kicker for the extra point, so I would imagine he will stay the kicker here. I don't know. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 6 kickers on my roster. Why does a team need 6 kickers? Just want to understand about college. In the NFL, you have your 1 kicker, 2 at most. It's 4th and 17. I would go for. I would kick the field goal. It would only be about 40. There's 10 seconds left. BC uses their second timeout, so both teams down to 1. It looked like they were ready to go for it. Hopefully they call a timeout to bring the field goal unit out. I mean, come on. They have 6 kickers. They have 6 kickers. Surely one of them can kick over like 35 yards, right? I would hope. But, so yeah. Another commercial break here. And, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Someone commented on my TikTok video from 2 days ago. He's like, it was basically me making kind of a fool out of myself, doing like trying to copy all like the CBS NFL commentator voices. And this guy's like, I might have to start a trend. I'm like, I may have to hop in on this trend. I'm like, yeah, do that. Oh boy. Basically, if you haven't seen it yet, all it was just me just trying to be Jim Nantz, Kevin Harlan, Ian Eagle, Andrew Catalan, and Sperito Ditas. It was pretty funny. I was making it just like, what am I doing? But It worked. And for all my followers on TikTok watching, the Fox one's coming out soon. I don't know if it'll be later today or tomorrow, but the Fox one will be coming out this weekend. I said if I got 50 likes, I'd do the Fox one. So I will do a Fox one. It'll be Joe Buck, Kenny Albert, Kevin Burkhardt, probably Chris Myers, and Dick Stockton's retired, so I don't really know who would be my fifth guy. Oh, Gus Johnson. No, those will be my five guys. Obviously, it would be like Gus Johnson. I'll be like, touchdown! Like I'll have to sound like way more excited than I usually am, and I am a pretty enthusiastic commentator to begin with. So we'll see, but that'll be coming out soon. Right now, looks like the only game at halftime is LSU and Mississippi State. Hour 26, yeah. Usually college games last about a regular NFL game will last anywhere between like 2 hours and 50 minutes to like 3 hours and 20. College, I would say lasts anywhere around like 3 hours and 10 minutes to like probably 3 hours and like 40 minutes. And again, that's not including overtime. I imagine counting like a 3.5 hour regulation and then having to do overtime. That would be insane. That happens in college too. That's what I also like about college. And after the NFL, after one overtime, you tie. College overtime is insane. You keep going until someone doesn't score. You can go into like 5 straight overtimes. They treat every game like it would be a playoff game, and that's what I like about it. All right, well, we had a commercial break now. They will attempt a field goal from 49 yards out. It's good. From 49. The kick is good. That made it by a mile, too. That wasn't even like shifting. It was clearly good. Litton makes the kick. 5 seconds to go. BC ties it at 17. Let's take a look here. Nice kick. It was curving left. It looked like it was going to miss right for a moment, but square back up, got down the middle, 17 apiece. And I would imagine we're heading into halftime with that score. There's 5 seconds left. Maybe college is more ferocious than the NFL. I don't know. But there's Connor Litton, the freshman, 6 foot, 200 pounds, out of Virginia. And what a kick that was. That is a good kick for a veteran. Or for a freshman. A good kick for a veteran, too. I mean, goodness. Greg Joseph missed a 37-yard kick last week for Minnesota. Remember that? Vikings would have won that game if you didn't miss that kick. And here you have a 49-yard kick, and a 200-pound veteran clears it. Unbelievable kick by Litton there. So, 17 apiece. We will get a touchback. Oh, no. Missouri will return it to the 20. To the 30, Missouri, giving a few Boston College fans a heart attack on that return. Steps out of bounds at the 33, and we will head into halftime. The Eagles have yet to have a lead, but they have a chance to take their first lead as they receive the second half kickoff. So it's 17 all between the SEC Missouri and the ACC Eagles. All right, we'll go check out the college scores, and then we'll go recap some sports news on the Instagram. Okay. Yeah, I'm impressed by Luton there. I mean, freshman nails a 49-yard field goal. Like, again, it was shifting right at first. Like, the second it came off his foot, I'm like, oh, he's going to miss this. But then it started shifting. I'm like, that's good. And that probably would have been good from about 55, which, again, for a freshman kicker, that's scary. Now, obviously, he's not going to make a 49 field goal every single kick, but from that range. But at the same time, if you can at least kick a good 49-yard field goal without any heavy winds, yeah, I mean, that's pretty impressive in itself. Okay. Well, let's get into the college scores now as ESPN starts to recap all the other games. We'll recap all the scores so far. SMU and TCU tied at 21 at halftime. Texas currently leading Texas Tech 41-14. Boise State is a 10-0 lead over Utah State. LSU leading Mississippi State 7-3. Penn State up against Villanova 17-3. Bowling Green up 7-3 over Minnesota. Georgia up 30-0 over Vanderbilt. And 17-3 Army West over Miami. I just want to say Ohio. I don't know why, but it's Miami. 10-3 Notre Dame over Wisconsin, and 35-0 Hurricanes over Central Connecticut. All right. I just want to quickly say, I just kind of want to point this out. I always feel like I point this out whenever I commentate college. I want you to take a look at, let's just pick a random roster here. This is the New York Giants roster. Just this. It's big. It's 53 men with the injured reserve and the practice squad. But this is the New York Giants roster. In fact, I have quite a bit of rosters to tell them right here. But, you got the Panthers, you got the Patriots. I don't know where my Texans roster went. Bucks. Jaguars. Actually, probably throw quite a bit of these. Patriots, nope. Eagles, keep that. What's this here? Nope. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. I'll keep that. I'll keep that. Don't need that. And don't need that. Okay. Well, the amount of useless rosters I don't need anymore. It just shows you how much I commentate. Well, I'm kind of lazy. Like, I have the MLB All-Star Game rosters. I got, all the preseason rosters. We got, the Blue Jays roster from, 3 months ago. These are all updated. But the moral story is, look how small that roster was. Look how big Boston College roster is. 1, 2, 3, 4. I had to print out 5 pages to get everyone. And for Missouri, 4. And look how big. ridiculously big. That's why I'm always like looking down my rosters and like I greatly apologize if I'm not like getting the player like right away, but it's like, oh my God, I have to sort through all of these dudes. All right. Well, we've gone over the scores. I've gone over how ginormous college roster. And like you think I'm kidding when I'm pointing out, oh, BC has 6 kickers. You can't see that, but right there. They have 6 okay. They have 6 kickers, 1 punter, and 3 long snappers. One's on injured reserve, so really 2 long snappers. Why do you need 2 long snappers? I think the Broncos have 2 long snappers, but like, of course, obviously one's on the practice squad, so like it doesn't really matter. Like in college, I don't really think you have practice squads in college. But anyway, we'll continue on here. And we're just going to recap the sports news from the past week. So basically stuff that happened this past Sunday to now. All right. Eagles defensive end Brandon Graham suffered an Achilles injury, and he will miss the rest of the 2021-2022 season. That really sucks for the Eagles. Good defensive end going down. The Golden Knights re-signed center Nolan Patrick to a 2-year, $2.4 million deal. Of course, former Flyer. Trade to the Predators. Before again, trade to Vegas 2 hours later. NHL center Travis Zajac retired this week. Zajac had 552 points in 1,037 career regular season games. I went, of course, to go subscribe on YouTube to Power Skate Show, my weekly hockey podcast, like I mentioned before, and I went in depth why I think Travis Zajac will be a Hall of Famer. So if you want to go check that out, you certainly can. Of course, Tyrod Taylor can miss up to 4 weeks with a grade 2 hamstring injury, so Davis Mills will start until further notice. Mills played the Thursday night game in which Carolina beat Houston. That was Carolina. Like, it was 7-6 at halftime, but Carolina, I think, ended up winning, 24-6 or 24-9. It wasn't even close at the end. In the grand scheme of things, Carolina destroyed Houston. NBA shooting guard J.J. Redick retired after 15 seasons. Redick averaged 12.8 points in 940 regular season games. Steelers signed Taco Charlton to the practice squad. Flyers center Kevin Hayes missing 6 to 8 weeks after undergoing abdominal surgery. Titans released strong safety Bradley McDougall after just 2 games. The Islanders re-signed goaltender Corey Schneider to a 1-year, $750,000 deal. The Falcons signed punter Dustin Colquitt to a 1-year deal. Blue Jackets, with the huge move, re-signing their goaltender Elvis Merzlikins to a 5-year, $27 million deal. And an even bigger re-signing, Minnesota re-signing Calder Trophy winning left winger Kirill Kaprizov to a 5-year, $45 million deal. That was the nuke drop of the week, probably the biggest news of the week in the major sports. Blues re-signing center Robert Thomas to a 2-year, $5.6 million deal. Sabres re-signing defenseman Rasmus Dahlin to a 3-year, $18 million deal. The Kings re-signed goaltender Cal Pearson to a 3-year, $15 million deal as well. Timberwolves part ways with president Jerison Rosas. The Rays and White Sox both clinched playoff spots, like I mentioned before. Panthers running back Christian McCaffrey will miss multiple weeks with a strained hamstring suffered against the Texans on Thursday Night Football. At the moment, Carolina will avoid putting him on the IR, which is good. If you're put on the IR in the NFL, that means you're automatically out for 3 weeks. McCaffrey, going to avoid the IR, but still will probably miss 2 weeks. The Warriors signed shooting guard and shooting forward Avery Bradley to a 1-year deal. And the NFL has reinstated wide receiver Josh Gordon, and he is now eligible to be signed after week 4. So basically, once Monday Night Football concludes this week, he can get signed. Excuse me. Next week's Monday Night Football game. I don't know why I was thinking this week was week 4. This week's week 3. I get my weeks mixed up. And then the only news that has occurred today so far is NHL goaltender Curtis McElhinney retiring his announcement on Instagram. He is 38 years old, and he had a regular season record of 94 wins, 95 losses, and 20 overtime or shootout losses with 12 career shutouts. That's basically all the news from this week. Like again, like that wasn't a lot of the news. I just reading everything, and that literally took like 5 minutes. Like I this week wasn't a great week to have Fletcher Sports on anyway. Because again, there wasn't a whole lot of news. I mean, I've been kind of posting less and less on Instagram anyway, but that's besides the point. Oh, here's some news for you that's not really that important, but New Jersey Devils goaltender Mackenzie Blackwood is unvaccinated. There you go. I am vaccinated, but I definitely have my concerns about it long term. We are not getting into that because y'all want to listen to me talk about sports and not about our current stuff going on in the life of the world. Okay. Hopefully halftime should end within I'm thinking 5 minutes probably. If not, hopefully a little quicker than that. I feel like college half times are like 20 minutes instead of the regular NFL 13. So I don't know. Actually, it looks like we might be getting back underway now. If we are, that's great. Yeah, it looks like we are going to start up after the next commercial break. Right now, they're talking about Arkansas versus Texas A&M. Again, that game is on later today. That's part of the 3:30 kickoffs. That's probably when this game will end. If you are in the Eastern time zone, which would of course be 12:30 in the West. I mean, really, that would. I just realized, I'm actually kind of happy I live in the East Coast because, listen, yeah, I can't stay up and watch many night games, but at least I don't have to wake up at 9 in the morning to watch a sports game either. Think about it this way. Yeah, for example, a night a primetime NFL game starts at 5:25 instead of 8:25, which is nice. But at the same time, it's for the regular 1 o'clock NFL games, you have to wake up at 10 in the morning. It's that's crazy. That's why I wouldn't really like living in the West. I would live in the Central Coast. The Central, those are fine. I like the Central Coast time zones. The East time zone's nice too. That's because I'm used to it. But I don't like the West time zones. Waking up at 9 or 10 in the morning and you're already watching football, not for me. Oh, and also, while we are in commercial break, I actually do have time to post something. There was actually an injury that has occurred. Canadians newly acquired left winger Mike Hoffman will miss up to 4 weeks, I believe it said. Yeah, 4 weeks with a lower body injury. So that is very unfortunate for Mike Hoffman. There we go. So that's up. Mike Hoffman. Yeah, but I mean, this has not been a great day for sports news. I mean, again, Curtis McElhinney retired, and Mike Hoffman dealing with an injury could very well come back from before the start of the regular season. So, yeah, not a crazy amount of sports news today, but hopefully it does pick up as the week goes along. Again, just like I normally would, it's going to be from Saturday to Saturday will be when I'm recapping the news. And just like to give a big shout out to Christine subscribing to the channel. Just got your notification. So if you're watching this now, thanks for subscribing. So make sure you subscribe here on YouTube for more weekly sports broadcasts. We're on the road to 250, and we are at 239, I believe now, or 240. I think we're at 239. Yeah, 239. That's cool. Appreciate it again, everyone. I would also like to thank you guys for over 200 views on the past two broadcasts, commentating. Actually, to be honest with you, we've been getting quite a few views since the NFL season started. 177 views for the Patriots-Dolphins Week 1 game. Week 2, I only commentated up to halftime for the Giants football team Week 2 game on Thursday Night Football. That got over 300 views. Thank you guys so much for that. And then 268 for the Red Zone commentary last week. 226 for the Thursday night game. Currently 8 watching now, but I would say we've hit a total of roughly maybe 40 plus viewers. It kind of looks like maybe a little less. I don't know how much really college would get, but we are heading out of halftime now, which is good. So enough of me rambling and blabbing. We're ready to get to halftime. And this is what I mean. We're ready to start the third quarter. We're already at roughly 2 hours of this broadcast. If we were commentating an NFL game, we would be like already midway through the third quarter. So college is different pace than the NFL, of course. But BC will get the kickoff, and away we go. Third quarter underway with a touchback. And now we get to see Dennis Grossell back again after throwing an interception on literally the first play of the game. He has played significantly better. And you know what else was significant? That 67 touchdown run from Garro. Busting from the left, switching to the right, and scoring a touchdown. Right now, Boston College has 123 rushing yards compared to 96 passing yards. Both teams have 229 total yards. Missouri 37 rushing yards, the rest receiving. 1st and 10 for BC. They put Berry in motion. Here's Grossell, inside handoff. And look at this run from Garo, getting a gain of 7, and that is a 2nd down and 3 coming up for the BC Eagles. BC trying to go to 4-0. Missouri to 3-1. We shall see what happens here. A good old SEC versus ACC matchup here. And here's another handoff and to the 38-yard line. Nice little run. You lower the shoulder and you get the yardage. That's a good way. That's a good mindset for your running back. It's Garo again. He's just been having a fantastic game. Definitely over the 100-yard mark now, as it is 1st and 10. Now at the 37-yard line. Fake it. Grossell. Deep ball. First deep shot of the game, and it's incomplete. That was his first true deep shot. Looking for Zay Flowers down the left sideline, but he overthrew him. The ball wasn't even really anywhere near him. Evans was on the coverage. There was 2 Missouri players basically right there for the interception. So, it was worth the deep shot. It was on 1st down. You have nothing to lose. You still have time to recover if it was an interception. Grossell 8 for 13 for 96 yards, a TD and a pick. Obviously, stink to throw another interception because that means he would have had more picks than TDs on the year. But Grossell take the snap and handoff goes. Takes it to the right and getting a gain of 6. This will run there from Garo. So Grossell in 2.5 games of play thus far. 3 touchdowns to 3 interceptions, and he is now knocking on the door for 400 passing yards on the season. And again, if Grossell is to get injured, the freshman Brandon will take some snaps under center for the Eagles. They're down 4. They put Berry in motion. Here's Grossell stepping back. Grossell under immediate pressure. Now he's going to take off and run to the right to the 50 and slides down to 49. So a 1st down run for Grossell, and BC keeps the drive alive. And that's what you got to do here if you're BC. Avoid the 3 and outs, especially when you open up a quarter, and just a nice little run there from Grossell. He's able to read the play. Zay Flowers was knocked out of bounds by a corner, so he obviously knew he was ineligible. Take off, run, get the 1st down. He doesn't run much, but he will run if necessary, and that's how a quarterback should run, unless you're someone like Lamar Jackson. You're just going to run every time you can. Here is a spin move and getting a yard is Garo before getting taken down by 3 white jerseys, and it's going to be 2nd down and 9. Or BC as they approach midfield. At midfield, Grossell, play action, throwing, nice catch off the slant. To the 45, it's Gill. And BC rock 'em rolling, trying to get their first lead of the game. And we'll take a look again here. Nice play action pass. Stays in the pocket. I think that's a nice move. I like when quarterbacks go play action, stay in the pocket. It's not play action, roll it to the left or right, and then throw. We're going to do play action. We're going to step back twice and just gun it. It is a nice play by Grossell. They'll mark him down at the 35, not the 45, the 35 is where they'll mark Gill. And handoff goes up the middle and lowering the shoulder. Garo getting 8. Brought down by Nissan. And 2nd and 2 coming up here for the Eagles. We'll take a look again. Nice little run. Up the middle, got to lower the shoulder. Garreau again, tremendous power back. It's been shown all afternoon. He can handle the load. He didn't play much of the second quarter, but he can handle the load. But yeah, the second quarter mainly went to Sinkfield, but he was not as impressive as Garreau. Not even really close, to be completely honest. Garreau up the middle again. That's another first down. Needed 2, and he plows forward for 5. Another first down for the Eagles. They're just chewing down this clock. They're trying to already take 5 minutes off here. That would be ideal at least. Well, they're definitely going to get over 5 minutes of this drive here. They currently have 155 rushing yards, and about 115, maybe close to 120 of those have came from Garreau, primarily off that 67-yard touchdown, but still, credit where credit's due. Here's the 10th play of the drive. We'll put a man in motion. Fake it. Russell rolling out, dumps it over, and that is Williams. Jaden Williams gets 2 yards. Of course, Williams caught the only touchdown from Grossel today. And it will be 2nd down and 9 coming up. Had that bounds clock stopped. Jaden Williams, that's his second catch of the game, like I mentioned. His long catch was for the touchdown. He has 2 catches for 8 yards. And now he's back on the sideline along with Gill. So Gill's on the sidelines as well. So I think you obviously have Flowers. And then we also have number 11. Grossell guns it, reeled in at the 7-yard line. And Boston College looking to get the lead. It's Lewis on the catch, and that's number 11 is Lewis. I do remember that from commentating a few Eagle games last year now. Good play action. Just great timing in the pocket. Able to launch it to the right side. Nice catch by Lewis. Able to get in front of the corner. And BC looking for the first lead of the game. What do they get here? 1st and goal for Grossell. Will put a man in motion. The tailback is Garreau. Quick slant. Zay Flowers tries to lower the shoulder, and he's tripped up at the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. BC already doing wonders, killing off quite a bit of this clock. Clock basically only stopped after the Jalen Lewis catch of the drive. Flowers on the afternoon, 4 catches for 34 yards. That's 8.5 yards a catch. At the 3, put Berry and the backup tight end in motion. Here's Grossell. Put Berry in motion twice. Here's the handoff. Garreau lowers the shoulder, and he's in for the touchdown. His 2nd run. And it is a 3-yard run for Pat Garreau, the 3rd 3-yard rushing touchdown, and BC's up 23-17. Well, he did it. After tying Missouri 3 times, they end the 13-play drive with a touchdown. A nice run there. And the extra point is good. My first time stamp in over an hour. I don't know. I mean, 8:20 to go. We're heading to commercial break. 24-17. BC in front for the first time. You know, like, it's been 2 hours, but, like, this hasn't felt like it's been 2 hours. I don't know. Maybe because now I'm starting to get into it. Like I said, certain colleges I will commentate. I will do it more often, and I will get excited when other teams score, but, you know. Okay. Let's take a look at the rest of the games at halftime. I guess I should also mention that the MLB games, because those will be starting soon. Cardinals and Cubs at 2:20. Actually, it's the only game starting soon. The other games will start for another 2 hours or longer. Pirates and Phillies at 4:05. Astros, Athletics at 4:07. Yankees, Red Sox at 4:10. I would have done Red Sox, Yankees today if it wasn't for this game. I would have done Boston versus New York. I've done like 3 or 4 Red Sox Yankee games here. I'm like, let me commentate some BC while I'm at it. Marlins and Rays battle the Florida teams. That's at 6:10. Same thing with Royals and Tigers. At 7:05 is Rangers and Orioles. 7:10, Blue Jays versus the Twins and Mets versus the Brewers, along with Nationals versus Reds. Oh, and White Sox and Indians. How nice. 7:15, Braves and Padres. 8:10, we have Dodgers and Diamondbacks. Giants, Rockies, and that wild game. 9:07, Mariners and Angels. Looks like we have a documentary about the 86 Mets now on ESPN Plus. Ooh, I might have to watch that. Another college scores Georgia 45-0 against Vanderbilt. Good Lord. Notre Dame still up 10-3 over Wisconsin. Minnesota's a 10-7 lead over Bowling Green. 10-0 Boise State over Utah State. And SMU takes a 20-21 lead over TCU. Been a lot of talking here. My apologies for the coughing. Here is a kickoff that's going to land out of bounds. So in the NFL, if you kick a kick out of bounds, it's in the 40. I believe that same rules apply here. Maybe they'll mark it at the 35, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Grossell, he had an efficient drive. He ran for the first down. He threw for a nice play to Lewis that brought him in first and goal situation, and then the handoff for the touchdown. I got to tell you one thing. I think basically with Jerkovic, I think Boston College will basically be in the same situation they're in right now. So really, Grossell has been that much of a downgrade. He's done well. Here's the inside handoff. And gain a 4 for Beatty. So Missouri begins their game. Their drive for the second half. There. Okay. Took it down 6, and it's picked! Benlick tried to throw it deep. Yeah, basic. Bad throw. Picked off on the play. That was good coverage the whole way, too. Coming away with it is number 21 for Boston College. That is DeBerry. And there's a pick for Missouri. That's not good. Throw it by Benzik. Quickly looking at something at my rosters here. Again, not an interception, but PC already killed off half the third quarter. And now they get the ball at a little bit past midfield. Liverpool beating Benford 3-2 in the 77th minute. So we got some nice soccer action going on here. And currently we have 2020 Ryder Cup currently in progress. Some little golf action for you. Yesterday, the Truck Series went to Christian Eccles in Las Vegas. Tonight, of course, at 7:30 is the Xfinity Series race. And then tomorrow, the NASCAR race. That's going to be at 7 o'clock at Las Vegas. 267 laps for 4 miles. And since when does NASCAR not have Las Vegas as a 4 o'clock race? Why are they making it a 7 o'clock race? I don't know. That annoys me, but okay. All right, NASCAR, you can do you. I mean, I'm going to be commentating Rams and Bucks anyway. Oh, that's going to be so much that's going to be fun. Rams and Bucks, like if you thought the Ravens-Chiefs game or the Ravens-Raiders game or like any other game was crazy so far this year, Bucks and Rams is going to be so incredible. I don't know if it's going to be as good as, like, say, Ravens or Raiders or Ravens and Chiefs, but I can see that being a top 5 game of the year by the end of it. And not just like right now. Like right now, it would be like second or third. And then probably by the end of the season, it'll probably be in the top 5. I don't know. I have high expectations for that game. I think the Bucks are winning 27-24, and it's going to be an incredible game. If the Rams win, I wouldn't be shocked. And we take a look at the student section here in Boston College. I'll have to see the student section. I feel like the student section's like 3/4 of the stadium. Anyway, here is 1st and 10 for BC. So Grossell doing his job, and he's being a good game manager, and he's letting Garlow get all the yards, and Garlow will get 3 more off of that run. See, one thing, if BC can kill this clock down to about 4 minutes and take a 2-possession lead, they're going to have Missouri by the ropes here. They started off slow, but again, I think this is just an adjustment period. Garrow's been killing it on the ground. 14 rushes for 136 yards along with the 2 touchdowns. Here's Grossell stepping back and handing off. He fakes it. Grossell will keep it himself. Lowers the shoulder and will pick up 6 on the run, maybe 7. And they'll give him 7. It's 3rd and 1. Take a look here. Nice. Make the inside handoff. Grossell. Good run. Second read option of the game. Hull has 5 rushes for 6 yards. That's that said. Look like it. Here's the handoff. And up the middle. Needed 1. Got 3. A first down for Garrow. Continuing to kill the clock. Doing a nice job blocking is this Eagles offensive line. Lidstrom, his brother, was drafted by the Falcons a few years ago. He was another player who used to go to Boston College. And now he's the starting center for BC. First and 10. Inside handoff to the 44-yard line. And the clock continued to run here down to 5:45. $181 rushing yards on the afternoon. I mean, that's just incredible rushing game for Boston College right now. Garrow at 144. Here's another handoff. Garrow, first down. Needed 5, got 6. Unreal. Well, I mentioned that today was Matt Hasselbeck's birthday. Of course, former Boston College Eagles quarterback, like I mentioned before. He was with the Eagles from 94 to 97. And he actually wasn't that great. He had 4,548 passing yards, 22 touchdowns to 26 picks. Of course, was much better in the NFL, throwing for 212 touchdowns to 153 picks. But yeah, not great college stats. But Lee Hasselbeck had a pretty good NFL career, so it worked out for him just fine. Made 3 Pro Bowls as well. Garro, again, 3, continued to eat up the clock here. And Hasselbeck turning 46 today. Hasn't seen my Instagram story shout out, which kind of stinks, but he has until tomorrow at like 8 in the morning to see it, so maybe you will. Grossell fakes, throwing down the middle, and that's a drop by Lewis, and that was a well-placed by Grossell. Well, maybe slightly underthrown. I'm going to have to see the replay, but it's a catchable ball regardless. And it's 3rd and 8 coming up, and that is unfortunate. It's Grossell. I got leveled at the end of that throw. Good throw, too. Slightly low, but again, this still drops out of Lewis's hands. This is still should have been a catch. So 2 for 3 throwing on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 8. I think they are a little bit short at a field goal range. Grossell stepping back. Grossell's going to run, pointing, directing traffic. He will run. First down to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Shoved out of bounds at the 7. And there is a flag, so it might be coming back. Oh, Grossell, what a run. Able to pump fake, roll out to the right. He got about 25 yards at least. Looked like that was roughly a 30-yard run, but I think it's coming back due to the flag. This against Missouri, that's huge. It's holding against offense, so it is coming back. Oh, if that was on Missouri, that would have been a huge, but it is against Boston College, so now they can't even think about a field goal. It's 3rd and a mile. Let's take a look here. Point directing traffic. Barry, a good blocking tight end. That's what he primarily was in Jacksonville State. Able to block the rushing linebacker, and he was able to get about at least 25 on that. It was a fantastic run. But it's 3rd and 4. Now they got to replay the down, and Hafley's not pleased, so it doesn't back him up, but they have to replay. 3rd and 4, Grossell throws low, and Lewis with back-to-back drops. He dropped his previous target, and he dropped another one. 4th and 4, another well-placed ball by Grossell, and that's just an incompletion because the receivers got to hold on. 4th and 4, they will not kick a field goal. They will not punt. They will go. 4th and 4, 3:40 to go here in this 3rd quarter. I mean, my goal is for them to kill it down to at least 4 minutes. If they pick up a first down here, this drive may not end until about 2 minutes left. They're 4 for 4 on 4th down conversions this season. Again, there's no need to do anything fancy. Just get the 4 yards and keep the drive going. They put Gill in motion. Grossell, a step back, pump faking, got to roll out again. Grossell needed 4, and he dives for 5. First down, Boston College. That was an unreal run by Grossell, rolling out to the left like he usually does. He knew he wasn't going to make it with his feet, was he? Do dive for the marker. Fantastic play by Grossell. He senses the pressure, dives for the first down. That is tremendous. Moore eventually knocked him out of bounds, but Grossell with a tremendous run. Drive so far gone 4 minutes, 10 seconds. This is their 11th play of the drive, and they're at the 31. It's going to be like a up to 15-play drive here, if not even more than that. Grossell, handoff goes. Garro up the middle, and he will pick up 6, maybe 7, depending on where they spot it. Looks like they'll give him 6 at 2nd down. And 4, they'll give him 6, yep. What a run by Grossell, though. I got for a non-mobile quarterback, what he's doing is pretty tremendous. At the 24, they'll mark it. Is the inside handoff again. Garo, oh my goodness. Plowing through defenders. Needed 4, got 6. That's another first down for Boston College. So the conclusion of this game, you'll get Clemson against North Carolina State. And then later on, West Virginia at Oklahoma. Later on, I'll probably be watching Florida and Tennessee if my original plans don't go as expected. 12 plays. Currently the drives to be the 13th, and Garo, basically been counting the ball the entire quarter, will get another 3. So again, 7, and that's incredible for Boston College. And just 2 drives in a shortened drive with an interception on defense. They have over 200 rushing yards, 224 at the moment. This is why Boston could be a potentially ranked team at the end of it. And like I said, they've had about 10 minutes of possession time in this quarter. Really flipped the script of this game. They put Flowers in motion. Handoff goes. Garo gets a yard. It's 3rd and 6. And I think it's time to give Garo a rest. He's done what you needed him to do. I think now you give him a rest, and now Byers with the tackle. And I think now it's 3rd and roughly 6, maybe 5, but probably 3rd and 6 is where they'll mark it. I think you got to go play action, roll out, throw to the right. If there was any way to replace Flowers with Lewis, though. I don't know if they got Lewis out there. They don't have Lewis out there. Lewis had a bad quarter, so I don't necessarily blame Happy for not wanting to trust him at the moment. Austin 6 for 10 on 3rd downs. It's 3rd and 6. Crossell hammered, and that is incomplete. 4th and 6. I mean, the momentum is in your favor, so it would be cool if they went for it, but unless we get a penalty, they probably won't. So we get to see Litton go out for the field goal. He already drilled a 49-yarder before halftime, and he is 2 for 2 on extra. He's 3 for 3 on extra points. Carl Litton, the freshman kicker from 31 yards out. Good snap, good hold, and he's got it. Kick is good, 27-17. Boston College expands the lead to 10. Again, this freshman kicker, he's looking very impressive. I'm so impressed he made the 49-yarder. And making a 31-yarder there, increasing the lead, of course. Game far from over, but Missouri struggling defensively. Boston College taking up roughly 10 minutes possession time in that quarter. Again, and it's incredible considering they got the ball at the 40 after the interception. It's not even like they had the ball at their own 15 or 20-yard line. All right, now the scores: MSU leading TCU 35-24. Texas over Texas Tech 48-14. Boise State being Utah State 17-0. I thought Utah State would have scored a little bit more. Utah State was a college. Jordan Love went to. Before again drafted by Green Bay. LSU over Mississippi State 21-3. Penn State over Villanova 24-3. Minnesota over Bowling Green 10-7. That's a low scoring game. Georgia beating Vanderbilt 55-0 in the 3rd quarter. Oh man, you'd expect that out of that game. Army West beating Miami 17-3. Wisconsin just tied up a minute ago against Notre Dame. That game's even at 10. I'll probably watch the conclusion of that one because that's going to be probably a pretty good ending. Again, that's 12th ranked Notre Dame against 18th ranked Wisconsin, so you never know what happens there. And at halftime, Miami is destroying Central Connecticut 45-0. Yeah, we figured that would happen. And starting in about 8 minutes, we have Maine against Northern Illinois and Washington State against Utah. And again, at the conclusion of this one on ESPN, we have the 9th-ranked Clemson Tigers, going up against North Carolina. And then after that game at 7:30, West Virginia and Oklahoma. That's your triple header college football schedule. Another notable game at 3:30 is 7th-ranked Texas A&M against 16th-ranked Arkansas. I think that could be a great game. Currently, the MLB game is underway. Cardinals and Cubs. That game is currently scoreless. And again, NFL games aren't on till tomorrow, where I'll be doing Bucks and Rams. Of course, the following week, Patriots and Buccaneers. That's going to be an insane week 4 game. Murray making this return to Gillette Stadium, and I'll definitely be on the call for that one. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I always want to commentate more teams, but here I am commentating Buccaneers games 3 of the first 4 weeks. Well, they're on national television more often. There's nothing I can say about that. My NFL streaming device was being weird the other day. I was originally going to commentate just the Seahawks-Titans game, and at least the game went into overtime, so it kind of worked out. I commentated the whole overtime period. Like, me and my friend were doing Red Zone because we were originally going to do Seahawks and Titans, and we were just like, oh, we don't want to switch it to Cowboys and Chargers real quick, so we decided to do Red Zone instead. Had a lot of fun with that. And 27-17, BC touchback to 25 goes Missouri as we head out of commercial break with 40 seconds to go. I think I'm probably going to take a little, 3-minute break when the commercial break comes on. But yeah, Wisconsin tied up against Notre Dame. It just showed the touchdown off a slant that went from about 4 yards out. Yeah, probably at the end of these 40 seconds, I'll probably take a little break as we transition quarters. Connor Bazelak, he was 20 for 26, a $182, and a touchdown in the first half. In the second half, his lone pass was the pick. And the interception was by Jordan DeBerry. Here is a 1st and 10 for Benzlick. Dumps it over, first completion, and that's a gain of 11. On the catch was Chisholm. At least that's what Missouri's got to do. I mean, yeah, it's 2 possessions finally, but this game is not over. It's not even close. Missouri can definitely, with a long drive, can pull in within a possession. Obviously, with the stop on defense, could do wonders. A gain of a yard for the running back, Batty. It'll be 2nd down 8 as we begin the 4th quarter. Don't go anywhere here on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. 27-17, Boston College. They are currently winning, but Missouri is driving. And this should be a very interesting 4th quarter. Only 10-point deficit. Eagles and Tigers. Be right back when the 4th starts. Just going to take a little break. All right, we are back for the fourth quarter, and should hopefully be a pretty good finish to what has been a pretty solid game here. 2nd and 8 for Missouri right out of the gate. Here's a snap, low snap. And it's tipped at the line and incomplete, 3rd and 8. Quarterback took a shot at the end of the play as well. But in motion is Beatty. It's 3rd down 8. Stepping up in the pocket, throwing and caught wide open to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to stiff arm at about the 19. A nice catch and run from Dove. He hasn't caught many passes, but the ones he has, they have gone for distance, and that was a nice catch and run there. Good pocket presence. And now they are in the 20, and now here comes a run, and he will step out of bounds at around the 12. This is a very good drive here for Missouri, and they're going to go no huddle. Here's a run, 1st down for Beatty. Needed 2, got 4. Okay. So I'm just going to do a little Instagram post here as flag is down, and it's going to be against Missouri. So I'll back them up a little bit. So it is now 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. This we're not scoring on that previous drive is going to hurt BC, only scoring a field goal. Here's the handoff. Bodie lowers the shoulder and to the 1, 2nd and goal. Very close, though. Probably going to end up scoring within the next couple of plays here. Maybe even on this play, 2nd and goal, handoff up, it's shut down. It is shut down, so now it's 3rd and goal coming up. Bram Moby with the tackle. Now it's 3rd and goal. I mean, obviously, if you're Missouri, I think you kick a field goal here if you don't make it to stay within a possession. At least that's what I would think you do. Missouri's currently gone 8 plays, 74 yards, and a little under 3 minutes. 3rd and goal, handoff, and walking in for the touchdown. So Missouri does pull in within a possession. It is the running back Cox with the run and the score. Michael Cox, the redshirt freshman out of Holy Incidents Episcopal High School in Atlanta, Georgia, gets the touchdown. High school was a mouthful. But it is a touchdown, and so the extra point, which is good, makes it a 3-point game, and this ain't good for Boston College. Flag is down. Again, they had to score a touchdown that last drive to take a full momentum swing. They only kick a field goal, and that's not going to do them any wonders. Yeah, the extra point is good. Penalty was against BC. All right, well, while I was making the Instagram post was the Blues trading left winger Zach Sanford to the Senators for center Logan Thomas and conditional 2022 fourth round pick. And again, the other hockey news today was Canadiens newly acquired left winger Mike Hoffman will miss at least 4 weeks with a lower body injury. So we have some hockey news today. Let's see if there's been any other news. Doesn't look like it, though. I mean, yeah, we had the Sanford trade to Ottawa. No MLB news, really. NFL news. Wide receiver. Ooh. Former NFL wide receiver Jalen Strong may be getting signed by an NFL team soon. Free agent Jalen Strong is receiving major interest from several teams and could sign a deal soon. Well, all right, Jalen Strong may be making a return. I like Jalen Strong. He was on the Jaguars during that 2017 season when they went to the AFC Championship game. That's awesome. Good. He's a good athlete. He seems like a really nice guy. He opted out of the season last year because of his newborn daughter, but Jalen Strong, I would love for Jalen Strong to get signed somewhere. I don't really like who would sign him. Maybe Baltimore could sign him. I feel other than Hollywood Brown, I don't really trust their receiving core. You see Baltimore signing Jalen Strong. The Steelers would make sense. I think the Colts is another team that would make sense. I'm trying to think. Who would need Jalen Strong? You could go back to the Texans. I have a lot of receivers. I mean, he could come back to the Jaguars, but I don't really want him to. The Jaguars don't have any need for him. Next Saturday at 7:30, Boston College is going up against 9th-ranked Clemson. If that's next Saturday, I may actually commentate that. I don't know yet. Thompson, what's up? Guys on wall? Yeah, I got a bunch of like MLB and NHL Hall of Famers on that wall. I have NFL and MLB Hall of Famers on that wall, and then hockey on another wall. But a touchback, 12:41 to go in the fourth. It is 27-24. You know, they're basically just like filled up with Hall of Famers and stuff. But there's Jerkovic, 3 touchdowns to no picks. He's out indefinitely with a hand injury, 325 yards on the year and a 67.9 completion percentage. He's done well. It's just, again, Jerkovic he was injured the last few weeks of last season, ready, all healthy, and then gets injured in the second game of this season. Now he's out again. McGraw-Sell, again, other than literally his first throw of the game, he has played significant today. And I've been very impressed with him. And he was very impressive in the brief appearance he played last year too. Again, that last game against Virginia Tech, he threw for over 500 yards and like 2 touchdowns. So this guy has an arm, and he's been using it in the second half. He's right now leading BC to the lead. They're up by 3, controlling their own destiny at the 25. And they fake it. Here's the handoff. They were going to fake it at first, but they give it to Garo, and he gets a yard at most. And it will be 2nd down and 9 coming up. Appreciate everyone stopping by here on YouTube. I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone. Week 4 of the college football season, getting our way on this nice Saturday afternoon. At least here in Massachusetts, it's a nice sunny afternoon. We live about 50 minutes away from the stadium, actually, which is pretty nice. Fake it, and Russell's going to throw while being sacked. Oh, my goodness. And it's incomplete. 3rd and 9. I think the referees are contemplating about giving Grossell intentional grounding. Will they do it? Was there a receiver in the area? He was clearly trying to have a sack. Was there a receiver in the area? Well, there kind of was. Barry was there, but it wasn't really catchable. Yeah, they're probably going to call this intentional grounding against Boston. Boston now 6 for 11 on 3rd downs. Well, they didn't call it. They just called it a loss of down. So 3rd and 9. Again, BC, you got to get going here. You work so hard to build your lead. You'd hate for it to disappear in a matter of 2 drives. Here's Grossell. They fake the inside handoff. Under immediate pressure again. It's bad at the line. 4th and 9, and we'll see another punt here. No, BC, they hit a brick wall. I'm afraid, this is what I was afraid about. They were going to get too comfortable with their lead. And it seems that's what they've showed. It was bad down at the line. Down the line by Isaiah McGuire, the defensive end. So here's the punt by Boston. It's a short punt, too. Fair caught at the 43. And so now we will get to see Missouri once more. Field goal ties it. Touchdown gives them the lead. It was a storm back from 2 possessions down. All right. Let's see if there's the sports news today. But I think it's very interesting about Jalen Strong, though. I mean, nice kid. He's a really good player. Great player in college. He was good on the Texans and Jaguars, too. Just they didn't have room for him. I mean, this is back when the Texans had Will Fuller and DeAndre Hopkins. And of course, the Jaguars didn't think they needed him because they had that was when D.D. Westbrook and Keelan Cole broke out, so didn't really need him. And then I guess he was on the Browns in 2019, which I completely forgot about. I'm not going to lie. And then opted out last year, but a lot of teams are interested in him. I think Cowboys is another team that could use him. A lot of teams can use Jalen Strong right now. A lot of teams could just use wide receivers in general. This is good for the NFL. The Cardinals have a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. You have Josh Gordon getting reinstated yesterday, so now he can come back anytime after week 4. Martavis Bryant has applied for reinstation, which means maybe by like around week 6, week 7, we could probably see Martavis Bryant at least try to come back. And then, then maybe guys like Jalen Strong get signed. I mean, there's still a lot of free agents out there as well, like Golden Tate, Larry Fitzgerald. I think Fitzgerald is going to sign a contract with a team when the playoffs come around. I think it's simply put, Larry Fitzgerald, he's going to sign with a team that's going to be in a playoff series situation. Like, he'll sign with a team like, I'm not saying he's going to sign with like Tampa Bay or Kansas City, but like I could see him signing with Baltimore for like 3 games just to try to win a ring, or like Buffalo. I could see that. Maybe. You know, here's the first throw out of the commercial break, and it's out of bounds. Chisholm, who almost made a remarkable catch, but it is incomplete. Okay. Second down 10. Inside handoff, they fake it, and they'll toss it over. Zone to the 48. Where he is brought down by Valdez, who was questionable heading into this game with an injury, but was elected to play through it. And it's third down 5. Missouri is 5 for 9 on third downs. BC 6 for 12. Missouri needs about 25 more yards to get into field goal range. Low snap, throwing, and caught. First down, 45. That was a pretty nice catch there. Not down immediately, but regardless, you get the slant route, you get the first down. Good play action throw. But nice play again in front of the corner, and number 13 making the catch there. Let me find who that is, as it is 1st and 10 coming up here. How that was, but here is a play action, and that's caught. And Chisholm gets a gain of 8. So clock's still running. Second down 2. Now under 10 minutes to go, and the inside handoff. First down, need 2, got 3, maybe 4, trying to push the pile. And they'll give him 4. So Missouri now within a field goal range, I would say now. So they're trying to kill off this time. Of course, touchdown will give them the lead, and it'll put them up by 4 if they make the extra point, which means Boston will have to score a touchdown. There's a kick. Pick the inside handoff. Pump faking. Throwing. Caught. And getting out of bounds. As Braverman making the catch, he caught the first touchdown for Missouri back in the first quarter, but since then, only his second catch for Banster. Good play action. Obviously got to take the completion instead of taking the sack. It pays off for him. Second down 11. Under pressure, stepping up and sliding down after a gain of 3. And it looked like BC almost got called for their second targeting penalty. They aren't going to call it. It's going to be 3rd and 9 off the 2-yard run by Basilic. Take a look again here on the replay. Pump and run. Russell seems to be faster than Basilic. It was 5 for 7 on 3rd downs with 85 yards passing. See what the sophomore has in store for us. At the 30. 3rd down 9. Put the receiver in motion. Here's a low snap, and Missouri's going to call their first timeout, so they're down to 2. Boston College still has 3. All right. Let's see. Any of the major college score changes? 63-28. Texas over Texas State. That game just has a lot of scoring. What do you say? Still up 17-0 over Ohio State. Penn State taking care of Villanova. 62-0. Georgia over Vanderbilt. Still 3-3 between Notre Dame and Wisconsin. 7-0 Northern Illinois over Maine. Scoreless between Washington State and Utah. And currently Miami and Central Connecticut is delayed. It's 49-0, so not that it really would make a difference. I think they could just cancel the game now, and Miami would obviously win. Bowling Green, 14-10 over Minnesota, and that's about it. Looked like the Cardinals still had a 1-0 lead over the Cubs, and they do, bottom of the second. All right, now commercial break now. 8:05 to go in the 4th. Austin College only has 1 total yard in this 4th quarter, where Missouri had 89, but not as lopsided as 135 compared to just 17 in the 3rd. 8:05 to go, 4th quarter. Marion West. 8:05, 4th quarter. Score 27-24. Boston College with a ginormous 3rd down coming up here for Missouri. This is going to be big. Missouri 6 for 10 on 3rd downs. They converted their last 2. Put a man in motion here on 3rd and 9. Low snap, fakes it, pump fake. They'll toss over to the running back, and Bud got the catch. He's got some running room. Needed 9, got 13. That is a 1st down. And Missouri is off and running still in the red zone now. Good play action. Fake the throw to the left, dump it over to the right. That is a nice dial-up play there by Missouri. So here's the ninth play of the drive. Handoff goes. And to the 13. Goes Taylor Batty. Now trying to kill off this clock a bit more. Down 7. So we now approach 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Stepping up, trying to run. He will run, and he's brought down to 7. So now a run there from Basilick. It will be 3rd and 2. They're 14 for 14 in the red zone scoring this season, Missouri, and they're 4 for 4 today with 3 touchdowns. Field goal ties, touchdown gives them the lead, and they're going to put Dennis Grossel in potentially a game-winning drive situation if they score here. BC notorious for the second half for just killing off the clock, other than their most previous drive, which was when they should have tried to kill the clock. Here's the 3rd and 2. Handoff, breaking a tackle, and touchdown. Tyler Beatty with the run up the gut, and it is going to be from 8 yards out. Missouri takes a 30-27 lead. How about that? They come back from 10, and they end the 11-yard play drive in the end zone. So the extra point is good, and up by 4 is Missouri. 6:18 to go in regulation. And a seesaw game here at Boston College. Again, Boston's going to be facing Clemson at Death Valley next week. Maybe I'll commentate that game. We'll see. But, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you one thing. At Boston College, if they can't beat a team like Missouri, I don't think they stand a chance against Clemson. I mean, they always beat Clemson last year, but Trevor Lawrence was injured, so which was why they came that close. Well, he wasn't injured. He had the COVID situation. So now it's crunch time for Boston College. Both teams up 355 total yards, which is pretty bizarre. And this is a kickoff for the touchback. 6:18 to go fourth quarter. Studio update, 17-13, Notre Dame receiving a kick. So this is either a kickoff or a fumble recovery for a touchdown. It's going to be a kickoff for Notre Dame. What is that, 97 yards? Looks like it. Touchdown, 17-13, Chris Tyree returning that one. And now we have a flag back in the BC-Missouri game. Personal foul against Missouri. So that'll help out Boston a little bit. Personal foul on number 29 there. Let's see if I can find him real quickly. Linebacker Jamie Petaway was who gets called. And so now the ball is placed at the 40. 1st and 10 for Boston College. And the handoff goes up the middle. And a gain of 3 is Sinkfield with the run. Down to 6 minutes. I'd tell you one thing. If Boston College can kill this clock down to about a minute and a half, and I know it's asking for a lot, especially with the ball placed at the 44 right now, but if they can really kill off another 4 minutes, 4.5, I think that might get them the victory. Again, Boston College, they got to go downfield, but they got to go slow, and it looks like Missouri may have flinched, but they're probably going to call a false start on Boston College. I wouldn't really be surprised. Either way, they both moved, so I don't know who they're going to call this on. I think Missouri jumped, but that's going to be Boston College for false start. It looked like Aldridge may have jumped a little bit. And for BC, they're looking at if they should penalize number 72. That's Lindstrom. Offsides on the defense. They're going to call Aldridge for offsides. So they ultimately called it on Missouri. So 2nd and 1. Place the ball at the 49. The unfortunate thing about the penalty is that the clock stops. Well, now Grossell under center. Inside handoff. Sinkfield is going to be wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 1. And obviously, if you're Boston College, I think there is, without a question, you go for it here. Like, immediately go no huddle. Interesting play call. Grossell on the QB sneak, and he's got it. He already got 2. That is a first down for BC. Austin currently 2nd place in the ACC by record. Wake Forest is 4-0. Boston, with a come-from-behind win here, would go up to 4-0. And that is huge that they're ahead of Clemson and Louisville record-wise. Of course, in the Coastal, North Carolina, 2-1. So BC really having a heavy advantage here, potentially sneaking in as a top 25 team. Here's a handoff, and getting a yard is Garwo, and they got to get Garwo back into this game. Which I think feels good, but Garwo's been doing the majority of the work in the run game for Boston College, and now is what Boston College need to do. Now they got to kill this clock down to under 4.5 minutes. The next time they're going to take the snap is when it's about the 4:05 mark. You're going to do about 10 seconds of audibling here and then take the snap. Actually, at the 4:10 mark, and here's a run for Garwo. And he's going to get a gain of 3, 3rd and 5. Now under 4 minutes go. Remember, college football, no 2-minute warning, but instead all plays after the 2-minute warning are automatically stoppages. Turn 4. Obviously, must-go territory here for BC. They're 7 for 13 on 3rd downs. Grossell takes the snap, steps back. Guns it over the middle, and it's reeled in. Needed 4, got 6. First down, Zay Flowers. Nice catch there from Flowers. 3.5 to go. Little throw. Get away from the corner. Even if it's incomplete, no, it's not going to be an interception. That's what I was basically trying to say. Even if you throw it low, not going to be a pick. It's just going to be an incompletion. You still get another crack at it. Grossell, 13 for 23. Buck 36, TD and a pick. Throwing the screen. Here is Flowers. Flowers staying in bounds, or did he? No. The marker out of bounds after a gain of 8. Now Flowers. Flowers Oh, he's trying to walk back to the huddle. He's holding his left ankle, and now he's heading off to the sidelines. And there is Boston College's primary receiver gone, at least for this play, and they're currently checking on him on the sidelines. Uh-oh, he fell when he got to the bench, and now he's getting helped off. Oh, boy. That is huge if Zay Flowers is out. Here's the handoff, and nice little run. Getting a gain of 5, it's Levy. Boston College is driving. First and 10 at the 23. Again, field goal does him no good. Here is a catch, and nice little run. Now there is a late flag on the play, but a good run regardless by Levy, getting him back-to-back carries. Let's check who the flag is on. This is holding against Boston. That'll back him up 5. That's what I'm assuming it's going to be. Yep, it's going to be against Boston. Personal foul face mask against Boston. We're going to call Levy with the face mask. Let's take a look at the replay. Yep, he yanked the face mask. He did. Yep, I mean, not right there. He tried to pull a stiff arm, but he ended up just grabbing his face mask and then slamming him down to the field. So, makes sense why they are makes sense why they're going to call that. So now it's 1st and 12. Ball placed at the 25. This is quite a distance. You have 2-minute offense right here. Put in motion. Grossell faked the handoff to Levy. Grossell throws a cross body, and it's complete. That is a gain of, it looks like 6 yards. Making the reception there, number 16 for BC. That is Luchetti, the tight end, making the catch. Now it's 2nd down and 5. So he got 7, and now here's the run. Levy up the middle, and he will pick up 3. It's 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 1, depending on where they mark it. And Boston College doing a tremendous job. Just tick-tock, tick-tock. Kill this clock. Undefeated season hanging in the balance for Jeff Heafley's squad. Under a minute now. Ball placed at the 15. 3rd and 2. Grossell under center. Hands it off. And getting the first down. And to turn his body, but Levy able to convert. Down to 40 seconds. Boston College, they did what they need to do. They killed off the final 4 minutes here. And they are now well inside the red zone. Boston College going to use their first timeout. They still have 2. Missouri also has 2. And we will head to commercial break. Oh, what an exciting end this is going to be. This is going to be a great ending. We're either going to get a touchdown winning play or we're going to get a defensive stop. Boy, what a game this has been. This is probably an indication I should start commentating college football more. Yeah, I've had fun doing the game tonight, and it's been a good one. It's been a real good one. I'm definitely glad I've commentated this game, and I'm glad it's coming down to the wire. Like, I would much rather do this than Georgia versus Vanderbilt. That is for certain. I ain't interested in those 62-0 games. Come on, commercial break. Be done. Just want to see how this game ends. No, they have to go to commercial break. So annoying. But ESPN's got to make their money, so I can't really complain. So just when I was watching ESPN like 10 minutes before kickoff, you know what I found out today? They had a KHL goal in their top 10 in the SportsCenter top 10 plays. That props, major props, because that's awesome. That they're giving the KHL some love. All right, I just got to post something real quick here. Tua Tagovailoa has been put on injured reserve. And now we are back from commercial break. Okay. Here we go. Grossell keeps it himself, and he is hit hard at the 5. So second down coming up, 33 seconds left. And are we going to get another timeout? We will. Second timeout here for BC. I think if you go play action, you score a touchdown here. Play action, throw to a tight end. Zay Flowers would have been tremendous in the situation, of course, but it is what it is there. Second down and 3 for Grossell. Looks like Levy is the running back. They're set to go. Grossell. Put receiver in motion. And now, is Missouri going to call a timeout? They will. Receiver put in motion was White. Yeah, Kevin White, I believe. No, not Kevin White. Kevin White's on the Cardinals. I don't remember his first name, but White was number 7. He was just put in motion. And Georgia officially beat Vanderbilt 62-0, if anyone was wondering. It's in college again, trying to hold on, get a touchdown, make a final defensive stop with about 20-plus seconds left. And they go to 4-0 on the year. Who would have thought BC would have been 4-0? Again, they haven't faced the toughest competition. In fact, Missouri's been the best team they played all year, but they have shown, with or without Phil Jurkovic, they deserve some recognition. Let's see if they can finish. 33 seconds left. Ball placed at the 5. Tight end in motion. Grossell steps back, throws, end zone incomplete, and it's 3rd and 3 coming up. The intended man was Barry. Hafley wants a call. He's not going to get nothing. That was just a bull rush by Missouri. Grossell had no choice but to throw it away, and it almost was completed. They got 2 more downs, and really, if you're Boston College, you don't really have to necessarily get a touchdown. It is 3rd and 3. If you get a first down at the 2, you're fine. Now, at that point, yeah, you might go for a touchdown. But right now, goal should be 2-yard line. Or at least if you can't get into the end zone, 2-yard line. They put Lewis in motion. Hand up goes. Levy trucks a man. Touchdown, Boston College. Levy trucks through, and they take the lead. Travis Levy from 5 yards out with 25 seconds to go gives them the lead, 33-31. Run up the middle, lower the shoulder, and get in with your power back. That's how you do it. Boston College takes the lead. But they still have 25 seconds. And this extra point is very crucial. The kick is good. Travis Levy. What a run. That's how you end a pretty strong offensive performance. Oh my goodness. That was a great game. Okay. 25 seconds left. Of course, we could very well go into overtime. This is another one who's made all his kicks thus far. So all the hoopla may be all for naught. Here is the kickoff. High kick, it's going to land and be fair caught at the 4. Wow. I don't know if that's common in college or not, but a fair caught at the 4? Just step out of the way and take the touchback. I don't understand that. Could have just stepped that way and got it at the 25. Instead, he fair catches, and now Missouri has to go at least 65 yards to kick a field goal, and that's just to attempt. That's not even a guaranteed make. That's just to get into field goal range. Well, here we go. 25 seconds left. Here we go. Looks like they're playing zone coverage. I don't know why they're doing that. BC's going to call a timeout. Yeah, I don't like what they're doing here. I'm going to call a timeout as well. There's no need to play zone coverage right now. Garbazlik, he started off strong for Missouri, threw a touchdown and was pretty efficient. Didn't throw a single incompletion throughout the first quarter, but then his first throw of the second quarter was an interception, and then he didn't get much playing time throughout the third quarter. But when the fourth quarter came around, he really played strong, brought Missouri from down 10 to in the lead. And here is Harrison Mevs this season. He's 12 for 15, 8 for 10 from 40-plus yards out, 4 for 5 from 50-plus yards out. Number 92, Harrison Mevs. You never know what's going to happen here. And now going, there we go. They got out of zone coverage mostly, so that's, I guess, a smart call for BC. Here's the throw down the middle, tipped hand. That would have been an interception if a corner was there. Bannister, the intended man, that's his first incompletion on 4 targets. And Bannister on the corner beat as well. As an easy catch, easy 15 yards. Again, Missouri has 1 timeout. Boston has none. See what Basilick can do here. 2nd and 10. Basilick steps up, throws. That's complete. Gets 14. And gets to Bannister. Yeah, go no huddle. They don't want to use the timeout. They will spike with 12 seconds left. Now 11. So they get the spike. It's 2nd and 10. And here we go. If they get a 25-plus yard gain, they can call the timeout and attempt the game-tying field goal. That's what you got to do here if you're Missouri. You got to focus on getting the play or maybe get some lateral play going or something along the lines of that. But that's what you got to do. They're about 20 yards out of field goal range. And again, if you get a 25-yard completion here, you're set. Basilick fires, and it's complete. It's a first down. It was almost a pick. Stepping in front of the throw was Kiki Chisholm with the catch. It's 1st and 10. Dangerous throw from Basilick. It's complete. And they're about 5 yards out of field goal range. What do you do here? Do you attempt a long field goal, or do you chuck up a Hail Mary, or do you try to throw a quick little slant, hope your receiver gets out of bounds, and then kick the field goal? I don't know, but what I do know is that there's 6 seconds left. Missouri uses the last time out, and they're not letting Mevs come out. The question is, if they throw an incompletion, there's still a few seconds left on the clock. What do they do then? Reason why I would like to be a commentator and not a coach. Because I would be so stressed making these decisions right now. Oh, my goodness. Be a good motivator, but I don't know how good I'd be as a play caller. Here we go. 6 seconds left. And they will throw for the end zone, or they'll throw for the sidelines, and they complete it. And they are right at the field goal marker, and now they'll bring in Mevs. They had to play man-to-man coverage. I don't know why they necessarily didn't there. I think they were worried about the deep shot. Even I could figure they were going for a small completion. It was a gain of 5. And here's Mevs. You have 4 from 5 from 50-plus yards out. This is a really long kick. It's about a 56-yard attempt. The kick is away, and it's going to be good. It shifts, and it's good. And we're heading to overtime. Wow. It was shifting right for the longest time, and then at the last second, it shifts, and it's good. That was a very impressive kick. 56 yards, too. It looked like he missed, and then, it curled at the last second and barely got in. I got to tell you one thing. If that's from 59, he's not making this. Oh, my goodness. That's literally good from 56, 57. That's a 58, 59-yard field goal. There's no way he makes it. Wow. So it's good. That's unreal. Okay, well, this is fun. I've never commentated in overtime college games. This is actually fun. I love the college rules. Again, they're going to get the ball at the 20, and they have to score until someone doesn't score. I actually love college overtime, and I love college football overtime. This is going to get insane, real quick. This, you see the score right now? What is it, 30-30? Or no, it's 34-34. By the end of this game, it could be 70-64. So we're heading into overtime. That's crazy. That's crazy. Catch my breath. I thought when Levy scored, I thought that might have been it. But I'm like, oh, they obviously could still kick the field goal, and indeed they did. Yeah, this game is just not craziest college game I've ever watched, but craziest college game I've ever commentated. But far from the craziest college game I've ever watched. That's Alabama, Georgia, what was it, 2019 championship? I think it was 2019 championship or 2018 championship. I don't remember. It was one of those 2 years. It was the one where Alabama beat Georgia in overtime. I'm referring to that game. Where Devontae Smith caught his first career college catch, and it was a touchdown for the championship. Cardinals and Cubs tied at 2, top of the 4th, and the Louisville, Florida State game is starting in 7 minutes. Yeah, this game's not ending in 7 minutes. We do have some fouls, though. SMU beating TCU 42-34, Penn State beating Villanova 38-17, and Bowling Green beating Minnesota 14-10. And Texas put 70 on the board against Texas Tech. Good Lord. And currently Notre Dame beating Wisconsin 24-13. Miami finally backing away against Central Connecticut State 49-0. Northern Illinois and Maine tied at 14 and 3-0 Washington State over Utah. So here we go. Throw, it's complete and a gain of 4. And it's Zay Flowers. It's good to see Flowers back out there. So second down, 6. Again, you have the 25-yard line to score constantly. Grossell, inside handoff. Garwo will get a 3-yard run. It's third down. I would hate for BC to play conservative here. I also want them to throw away their chance at potentially winning this game, but you'd hate to see them conservative, run the ball again, kick the field goal, and then Wisconsin goes for a touchdown. And just like NFL rules, if the first team has overtime and they score a touchdown, it's over. Field goal, you continue. This field goal or touchdown don't matter. We're going to continue until we have a winner. And this is Levy with the catch down to the 9-yard line. Grossell's second throw of overtime. He's done well so far. But no problem, James Kirkpatrick. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate everyone stopping by. Overtime underway. BC getting the ball first, and they're currently at the 9. Yeah. Commentating this entire game, and this is pretty bizarre, to say the least. What a great game we've had. Lewis put in motion. Grossell the inside handoff, and Levy will lose a yard. Second and goal. Aldridge with the stop, and again, no matter what happens here, Missouri gets the ball next unless Missouri gets a pick 6 or something. Yeah, go Eagles. I'm a Massachusetts native. I would like if the Eagles won. Here's Grossell going for the end zone, and he's got Zay Flowers. So that's 6. Boston has taken the lead, and now it is up to Missouri to tie it. Grossell's second touchdown pass of the game. Off the play action, he finds Flowers wide open on the left side of the end zone, and that's 6 points for Zay Flowers. So there we go, 40-34, and Missouri does get the ball. Nathan says, go Tigers. All right, well, here's the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So, extra point's good, 41-34. Yes, James, I do want to pursue a career in sports broadcasting, which is why I'm doing this. And while I'm at it, appreciate everyone stopping by, and make sure you go subscribe here on YouTube for more play-by-play sports broadcasting videos. Tomorrow, I'll be commentating Rams and Buccaneers. So that'll be a lot of fun commentating that game. And then as NHL preseason gets underway, I plan on doing the Bruins and Flyers on Tuesdays. So, and make sure you go subscribe here if you're interested in seeing any more of these broadcasts. I'll probably even be back next week commentating the BC Eagles as they are going to Death Valley to face the Clemson Tigers. So I'll probably even commentate the BC Eagles again next week. When's the next time I'll be commentating Missouri? If you're wondering, I honestly would have no idea. But 1st and 10 at the 25. So now Missouri gets a shot at it. Play action on the first throw. He's going deep, and it's overthrown, and it's intercepted. BC's going to win it. Intercepted by Sebastian. An overthrow. Second pick of the game for Baslick. And that's how it ends. Boston goes to 4-0. Missouri to 2-2. Grosek with the touchdown throw to Flowers. And then the interception by Sebastian. Play action pass. It was slightly overthrown. Great coverage. I mean, there was 2 Eagles there. The intended receiver was Chisholm. And stepping in front is Sebastian for the interception. Woo! What an outstanding job. What an outstanding game. And I appreciate everyone stopping by on the YouTube side. Thanks for tuning in. What a wacky game this was. It only lasts 1 overtime, and it is Boston College going to 4-0. So the Massachusetts in me is pretty happy right now. And I'm very glad that they played well without Phil Jerkovic. And, you know, he's still inactive with that hand injury, but also played well. You know, first throw of the game was an interception. Yeah, he threw a few overthrown footballs, but he kept on going. He kept on playing till the end, threw the touchdown to Zay Flowers, who came back from an ankle injury. And then, again, playing a good game as well was Belzic, but he throws the pick to Sebastian on the first play of overtime. I'm going to put that in the chat. Around the 3:29 mark, roughly. Interception. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. Seemed like a lot of you guys did, at least the guys in the chat did, so really appreciate you guys stopping by. Again, tomorrow I'll be back commentating for Buccaneers and Rams. Make sure to go subscribe if you want more college and professional play-by-play broadcasts. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I am Grant Flood from Fletcher Sports Zone saying enjoy the rest of your afternoon. This is only the beginning. Again, we still got an entire day of college football to go. So games should only get more fun the further we go down. But hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Grant Flood from Fletcher Sports Zone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Your final, Boston College 41, the Missouri Tigers 34.